everybody. How are you? On today's show, 3 OMG moments that you might have missed from this week. I think we'll start with that middle box right there. We'll talk about that story first and then maybe move from right to left. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Good morning to you. Welcome back to the last honest place in America, brought to you by the good folks at Sin Digital Media. They got a simple mission, amplifying Black voices in the greater Cincinnati area and beyond. If that's something you can get into, great. This might be a great space for you. If it's not, well, stick around and see. Good morning to you. Now, as we get the show started here on a beautiful, absolutely beautiful Friday in the greater Cincinnati area, I just got one request for you. I'm asking you to like and in particular share today's show on Facebook so that as many people as possible can see that there are some people that has some damn sense in the greater Cincinnati area, and that is the Choppers. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Thank you in advance. I appreciate you. We'll get the show started in about 90 seconds. We'll get things popped off. All right. Good morning, everybody. Please like and share. Today's show is sponsored by renewcommunitychurch.org and their Focus 2021 series. Now, today is the last day to sign up for free coaching, free professional coaching. If you are interested, today is the last day. They're also offering a free ebook that will be a source of inspiration throughout the rest of the year and perhaps your life. Download today. There's a link in the description on Facebook and YouTube. What's up to my Chopper family on Spreaker? What's up, fam? To my folks on the TuneIn app. If you don't know, there's a couple ways to listen to the live audio stream. One is Spreaker, Spreaker, and the other is TuneIn, Tunein. If you're an audiophile, you're probably already hip to those apps. If not, I just hipped you to the game. It's free. You can download it to whatever device and check out the Nathan Ivey Show and probably, any of your favorite podcasts. Any of the podcasts that you're listening to or that you listen to from CDM, you can listen to on Spreaker and Spotify. The Nathan Ivey Show's on Spotify. If this show is not on a platform that you listen to and you frequent, then let me know and I'll make sure as much as possible that I get us there. Okay. I want to be everywhere. We're also on Alexa. You got a Google Assistant. All you got to do is say, hey, Google, play Nathan Ivey Show. And guess what? She's going to play the Nathan Ivey Show. It's real simple. So again, 90 seconds is all we need, family. Then we'll get started. The last honest place in Cincinnati media is back and better than ever. And we'll start soon.
nathaniveyshow.com. Mr. Ivy know the show must go on. And for Cincinnati, man, I put on. Tunes made another flame beat for me to cook on. Raised dogs, closed fists, yeah, too strong. Team AI, chop it up at the chop shop. Top notch with the king flow, the hot shot. Cop squats in, listen to the real. Jumping like hopscotch, nobody harder than, oh, no, think not. Not only citywide, but nationwide. Superlative, keep it locked like them Haitian guys. Put the truth in the airwaves, we talk about it. Brand new like the templates, let's be about it. Who got the info by the AM? Jono be the rapper, got them jamming when they play him. Staying in my lane, they ain't gotta okay him. Who the host with the scoop? Yeah, they gon' say him. Ivy, so superlative like a bag of drippos. Show you where the bricks at, Cincinnati Reds at. One time where my people at. Team NI where my people at. It's the 513, yeah, you know the flow. What's the word, Nate? Let them know the show. One time where my people at. Team NI where my people at.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It's the last honest place in Cincinnati media. It's a beautiful Friday. People are still receiving their stimmies, right? And COVID, humans are still worse than COVID. But as always, it's my pleasure to be with you, family. Good morning to you. And many things to discuss this morning. We got a lot to talk about. 3 OMG moments that you might have missed this week. I want to start with the brother in the middle. Anybody know who that is? How about the guy on the left? And though I understand it's a bit difficult to see what's going on, but can you see what's happening on that right box? That's a local story, as in Ohio. You live in Ohio. You live in Ohio in particular. You want to make sure you check out that story. It may or may not be on your radar screen. You may or may not have heard about it already. I don't know. You tell me. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for sharing the show. Okay. The price of admission is free, but I do have a little bit of an ask. I want you to share the show so people can see where we are and what we're doing on Facebook. It means everything. If you're on YouTube, please share the YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe on YouTube. Real simple. Good morning to you, everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? I hope all are doing well. Hope you're doing well. What did I miss? What did I miss? There's a lot going on. What did I miss in the last 24 hours? Anything? Yeah, I got the Tony Stark vibe going on today. I see it. Good morning to you. How are you? Welcome back to the show. I think I might unbutton that. I don't know. We'll deal with it later. Good morning to you. Hope your family's doing well. Mine is good. Hope yours is well too, family. Rise and shine. Grand risings, as they say. For my early risers, you've been up for hours already, haven't you? I see you out there working hard, getting up early, getting that exercise in. I see you. On a Friday, getting it in. I love it. I see you. Where my hustlers at? You know, early risers rule the world, right? You got to get up early to get ahead in this world. If you think you can lay in, sleep till 9, sleep till 12, you're never going to get your dreams accomplished. You're never going to reach your goals because you only have so much time. You only got so much time. Get your ass up. Get up. Get up. Tell your grandma and them, to your cousin and them, to your best friends. Nathan Ivy Show is back. We ready to do it. Good morning to you. Who was up the earliest? Who got up at 3:30 this morning? You've still been working since 3:30. You got that master plan. I feel you, man. I can feel your energy out there. I can feel you. I wish you the best in whatever your endeavors are. Good morning to you. This week in the city of Cincinnati, man, it's been a grand review of what happened 20 years ago, and rightly so. It's been really interesting to kind of walk back through memory lane a little bit and remember some of the things that happened in the city as it relates to the uprising, social unrest. Quite interesting. And props for local media for focusing on it. And, I think it's a very important conversation because as a city, you always want to move forward, right? You don't want to stay in place. You want to move forward. You always want to move forward. And so yesterday I was asking for a list of the demands, and I got a more comprehensive list of the demands that I'll share with you today. It's quite interesting. Some of it, we talked about yesterday, but this is a big local, big Cincinnati story. And I think this is a time that we should reflect and we should remember and we should be thinking about what we do next and things like that. I think all that shit, all that stuff is very, very important. It's very, very important. But first, let's just jump straight into it, fam. 3 OMG moments that you might have missed this week. And as usual, I always like to overproduce, right? The cover says 3, but I actually got 5. You know me. You overproduce if you want to be successful in this world. You don't meet the quota. You go overboard. 3 OMG moments that you might have missed this week. I want to start with that middle box. This story is just strange. This brother's name is Hubert Davis. And how many b-ball fans do I got out there? How many college basketball fans are out there? He was a college basketball standout and then went into the NBA. He did his thing. He was decent. He had his moments. He was a decent player. I can't remember any standout playoff moments or anything like that. But, he did his thuck thizzle, as some people might say. Not really the way I say it, but, you know what I'm trying to get to. And we got to get his brother props, man, because he just made history. His brother just made history, man. Props, black excellence. Hubert Davis became the first ever black head coach of the University of North Carolina men's basketball team. Which, stop for a second. That's strange as hell. All them brothers that came through that program, and this 2021, and this is the first black head coach? You don't have a program if you don't have black men on the court. It really speaks to the racism in college. College sports, let's talk about college basketball. College basketball don't work without black athletes. It don't work without it. There is no college basketball. There's no NC2AAs. And this is the first black head coach all this time? What the fuck is going on down there? That's just strange to me that it's 2021 and we still having the first black person to do this, or the first black person to be appointed to this, right? These positions. That's amazing to me. And he replaced Hall of Fame coach Roy Williams. Historic. And he did a press conference, which is, people are still talking about it. And for me, it is strange. And he's talking about the significance of being the first black. He says African-American, same thing. We get it. It's almost damn near political on some levels, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever, different strokes for different folks. So he does his press conferences in which he's talking about, the significance of the moment. And then he mentions his wife and says some of it's just some strange shit. Now I've already broken down and analyzed it, but when I initially saw it, I'm like, what in the hell is wrong with this dude? Why are you even talking about this? Are you interested? All right, let me play this. It's a very short clip. I think it's a minute. And it's near the end when he makes the statement that everybody has been talking about on the internet, okay? Let's just roll tape and get straight into it.
Steve, it's significant that I'm African American and I'm the head coach here. It's significant. I know that in terms of Division I head coaches all around the country, only 26% of the head coaches for Division I men's basketball are compromised by minorities, specifically African Americans. I know that it is significant that I'm fourth African-American head coach in any sport in the history of the University of North Carolina. I'm very proud to be African-American, but I'm also very proud that my wife is white. And I'm very proud that my 3 beautiful, unbelievable kids are a combination of both of us.
What the hell? Wait a minute. What you say? You said what now?
You ever wondered what actors and actresses
What did he
do
just
when they
say?
have to get in shape really fast for a movie? Because I can promise you.
What did he say? Why did he say that? You know, the response isn't what did he say? It's like, why did he say that? So you might have missed it. And the internet's been buzzing about this because it was completely unprovoked. Nobody asked you about your wife. I don't get, well, I've got my theory on it, but it's just very odd. People have been talking about it ever since it happened. Very, very odd. I want to play it again because it might have missed it. And for people just coming into the show, this is Hubert Davis, former, he went to UNC, I believe. Did he go to UNC or did he go to Indiana? It was either one, I can't recall. But he was good enough to make that transition to the NBA, which means you must be a hell of a basketball player to make it to the NBA, right? Best of the best, top 1%. So obviously the man was a baller in his day. Now he's a head coach. He's been a long-time assistant down at UNC under Roy Williams. And he was hired to be the first ever Black head coach of the men's program down there. And so this was his press conference. And it's like people are still wondering, like, what did he say? What did he say? Oh, rotate.
Significant, Steve. It's significant that I'm African-American and I'm the head coach here. It's significant. I know that in terms of Division I head coaches all around the country, only 26% of the head coaches for Division I men's basketball are compromised by minorities, specifically African-Americans. I know that it is significant that I'm the 4th African-American head coach in any sport in the history of the University of North Carolina. I'm very proud to be African-American, but I'm also very proud that my wife is white.
What?
I'm very proud that my 3 beautiful, unbelievable kids are a combination of both of us.
Okay, coach. Got it, coach. I'm just curious as to your thoughts. The way I read it is he's kind of like trying to send a message to people that he's not bliggity black or something like that. He's proud that his wife is white. I mean, listen, you married her, so you should be proud that she's your wife, but you're proud that she's white? Okay. Now, I'll be honest with you. I'm married to a Black woman. Am I proud? No, there was just no choice for me. I would have just been single, you know what I'm saying, before I married anything other than a sister. Everybody's got their own type of vibe. That's just me. I ain't hating on anybody in a racial relationship. I'm just telling you how your boy rolls. That's how I roll. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck this guy, if it's not that, if he's not trying to like send a message to people that he's not bliggity black and I'm black, I'm African-American, but I'm not going to be down here trying to beat you over the head with the black stuff. Maybe he's trying to send that kind of message. I mean, okay, I guess. People are still scratching their heads like, oh, OMG, what the fuck? What did he just say? Why are you saying this, Hubert? Black man, okay. I mean, listen, like I said, I don't care. And you know my take on interracial dating. Let me give it to you from the top. Me personally, there's no options but one. A sister, period. I'd just be by myself. That's just me. That's how I look at it. But what I say for people in general is love is so rare to find. It's so hard to really find some people out there that really give a damn about you or other than themselves, that when you find love, hold on to it. No matter what the color it rates, if you find love and companionship and that's you, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. For me, my mama was black. My grandmother was black. All the women, I just never had a choice in my own head. I never gave myself a choice. You know what I'm saying? Date, yeah. Hit, yeah. That's cool. That's a different thing. Marry, no. No bueno. No bueno. It's a no for me, but everybody's different. I don't hate on anybody. Again, love is love. Love is so fucking rare, man. Like, raise your hand if you got some real, true friends. Like, real, true to the end friends. Like, real, for real, for real. Like, no matter what. That shit rare. That is so rare. It's even more rare to find a romantic love interest, right? That's gonna be faithful to you, that's y'all can jive and y'all connect with. Again, that shit is rare. So when you find it, you better hold on to it, man. You better savor it like it's the last popsicle. You better savor it like it's a snow cone on a blistering hot summer day, right? You better savor it because it's gonna be gone. You can be gone just like that. So that's just my take on it. You know what I'm saying? You know, my consciousness is a little bit different. It prevent me from doing a lot of stuff. But everybody's different. Everybody's different. He's proud that his wife is white. I mean, I don't get that. I can understand him saying, I'm proud that she's my wife and she happens to be white, but why would you be proud that she is white? Maybe he misspoke. I'm gonna get a brother some slack. Maybe he meant to say it another way, and it's just like syntax, right? The way the words are arranged in a sentence, that the definition of that is syntax. And maybe he just mixed up the words somehow. You know, that happens sometimes. People get tongue-tied, things like that. But that's strange. Y'all see this? And he said it with a straight face, too. And I'm proud that my kids are a combination. I mean, he's proud. I don't really understand what he's trying to say. Like, you should be proud of your kids no matter what. They're your children. I don't care what the race of the mama is or whatever. Yeah, you're going to love your kids, but you're proud that they're biracial? Okay. Okay. Whatever you say, Hubert. I don't know how long he's going to be down there. I don't know how long Hubert's going to be there. Because if he's saying this kind of shit, what is he doing to sort of like appease people? And hell no. I ain't doing none of that. Don't give me the job. You know what I'm saying? If I got to do all that to get a job, I don't need the job. But again, I'm going to give Hubert the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, I'm sure he has great intentions in what he's saying. Again, listen, you married a white woman or married a non-black woman? Okay. I mean, so what? Really? Nobody really cares these days. Does anybody really care? Like, that's the other thing. Who cares if your wife is white? It's 2021. Nobody cares about that kind of stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about this. This ain't Loving versus Virginia. I mean, we way past that, man. People just date whoever they want to date these days. I think, in my opinion, I think we way past all of that. But that's just me. You know, I can feel differently about these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? You tell me. That just was strange. I got to play it one more time, family. I ain't trying to beat you over the head with it, but I'm literally trying. I need to understand. Let me play this one more time. I just want to, maybe I'm missing something. I'm trying to understand what this brother is trying to say. He's trying to say something to us, family, and it's our responsibility to try to break it down.
My wife is white, and I'm very proud of any sport in the history of the University of North Carolina. I'm very proud to be African American, but I'm also very proud that my wife is white, and I'm very proud that my 3 beautiful, unbelievable kids are a combination of both of us.
Okay. I think he's trying to glam them down there. I think that's what it is. You know, Hubert is running them Jedi mind tricks on them folks down there in Charlotte. You know, that's the South and all, right? He's like, yeah, let me shovel. Good. Yeah, they'll love this. Because everybody's going to be up in arms about the first black head coach, right? Let me let them know. No, I'm connected to you too, white family. I'm connected to you too. So I think that's what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find some sense in it, because to me it was like, you could have left that part out the press conference, bro. We don't need to know all of that. Really, everybody, here's the real thing about it, Hubert. Nobody really cares. All they care about is, are you gonna win games and bring championships? That's all they really care about down there. Black, white, you could be the first, whatever, the first Martian. Yeah, y'all, I'm from Mars. Thank y'all for accepting me here on Earth. Nobody cares. All they care about is, are you bringing dubs? Dubs, 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 and more dubs. You bringing dubs? You can cool. You cool. You're not bringing dubs? Your ass got to go. And your white wife. And your combination kids. Pack all that shit up, y'all out of here. Y'all know how it is. When you winning, everything's good. When you're losing, I just don't feel right. This just don't feel right to me. You know what I'm saying? Nakia writes, it sounds like he's ordering Chinese food. Let me get in, Campo. It sounds like he's ordering Chinese food. Let me get in, Campo. Are you going to win? Right. Are you going to win? That's all that matters. Sarah writes, step and fetch it. Ooh, I knew somebody was going to say that. I knew it. Sean writes, maybe she's homely? Huh? I don't get it. You see, Rolando writes, he's saying don't judge him. He's saying don't judge him. We great minds think alike. We on the same wavelength. Like he's trying to communicate to them that I think that just because he's black or African American doesn't mean he's gonna be a problem for, I guess, people or something like that. I mean, somebody needs to tell Hubert. Them people down there in Charlotte don't give a damn about you being married to no white woman. They don't give a damn. You still black. When they come for your ass, they coming for you, period. It makes no difference. What somebody needs to tell Hubert is you better get them dubs up on the board. That's it. The only thing that's going to save that ass, that job, Hubert, is not your wife, it's not your children. It's going to be your record. That's it. So that's why he's a grown-ass man. He should know this. He should know this. There's nothing you're going to say to these people down in Charlotte, in North Carolina, the fans of the UNC men's basketball team, that's gonna make them see you as anything as what you are, brother. Period. It is what it is. You're African American. You can't shake the I don't care how many white women you married or who's in your family tree or how many biracial kids you have. When they turn on the game, they're gonna see the black coach on their side, period. And if that black coach don't keep them numbers up, your ass is done, period. Period. It don't matter whether you came up under Roy Williams. It don't matter if you love country music. I'm surprised you didn't say this. I love me some country music, y'all. I mean, what's next? See what black men got to do. See what brothers got to do. See what black people got to do just to keep a damn job. You ain't never heard no white coach say no shit like that. I'm proud to be white. And I'm proud that my wife is black. You don't, because you see, white people don't have to deal with that. They don't have those kind of pressures. For whatever reason, Hubert felt compelled to share that dumb shit. But I don't know. It's going to come down to the record, but they're going to cut his ass real quick. Talking about some, I'm proud this shit is white. He lucky I'm not in the audience. I would have roasted his ass if I was I'd have been like, what did he say? What? Wait, hold on. I would have had to get some questions in. Like, why you say this, black man? Why are you telling us this? That would have been my question. Coach Davis, why are you telling us this? We don't care. Are you going to run the triangle offense this year? That's all we care about. You know what I'm saying? Period. I don't know. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. Jane writes, good morning. Good morning to you, Jane. Anthony writes, morning, chop shops or chop shoppers. Hold on, let me get the sound effects going. Get to the choppers. Here we go. Get to the choppers. It's a famous, you know what movie it's from. If you don't know what movie it's from, that's your fault. You should know that. Samantha writes, good morning, all. Good morning to you, Samantha. Jerome is in the house. I said, Jerome is in the house. I'm sorry, Jerome. I mean, blame Martin Lawrence, man. It's just in me. I can't resist. Kelly Prather's in the house. Good to see you, sis. Hope you're keeping your spirits up and doing well. She writes, good morning, everyone. Kelly don't give a damn. She like, I'm doing me. I'm on social media. Thank y'all for y'all advice, but I'm going to do me, you do you. I ain't mad at her. One thing I've learned in my short time on this earth is you always got to do you. Brenda writes, good morning from Fairfield. Good morning to you, Brenda. Iona writes, good morning, Nathan and the Choppers. Good morning to you. Anybody mention the Choppers on a Friday?
Oh, get to the chopper!
Yeah, it works. It works.
Go!
Let it work for you.
Get to the chopper!
Iona writes, good morning, Nathan and the Choppers.
Go! Get to the chopper!
If you don't want anybody that says it, that's our greeting here. Is what we do. KR Mitchell writes, good morning, liked and shared. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you so much. You know, sharing this show, listen, I can't possibly, by myself, I have nowhere near the reach that we have together. I have nowhere near the reach. Together, oh man, we can lift us up in a way that would be quite beautiful, quite honestly. Deborah writes, good morning from Hyde Park. Hey, good to see you, Deborah. What's up at Hyde Park? Sarah writes, TGIF family, grand risings. You know, let me give you a heads up. No Is It Just Me podcast today. Donnie is working hard. You know what she's doing for the community? You already know. She out there working hard. She got to unplug a little bit. She'll be back next week with a very powerful show that she's planning for her audience. So just give you a heads up. So No Is It Just Me podcast today. You can always check out. And if you haven't hit, you should check it out. You should check it out. You should check it. You should check out the podcast 100%. If you haven't listened to it already, and I'm sure you're going to like it. And she breathes fire with a lot of experience, a lot of intelligence, and a lot of fun too. You know, she mixes it up. It's not always hitting you over the head with it. It's a lot of fun. She starts the show talking about what everybody's into, pop culture. What are you watching? Everybody's been shut in. You know, people are watching more and more stuff on Netflix. And I wish I had more time because actually, some of the stuff, like really most of the stuff that she recommends is kind of like already on my mental Rolodex, my list, not Rolodex, but my mental list of things to watch. I just don't have the time right now. I'll get to it one day. Anthony writes, stop activating my Google, Nate, LOL. Danita writes, good morning, all. It is definitely a fantastic Friday. 11 years ago today, Billy Thomas and I welcome our miracle Billy Trey Thomas into this world. If you know us, you know that he is indeed the manifestation of God's goodness and answered prayers. That is beautiful. That's Black love all day. I did see it on Facebook. And you know, I had to leave my happy birthday wishes for Trey as well. So I love seeing the photographs that y'all post. To me, it's just family. It's just family love. I call it Black love, and I love seeing it. So definitely happy birthday to your son. And you know, that's a powerful thing, having kids. It really is. It's a very powerful thing. I'm raising warriors over here. Strong body, strong mind. You cannot live in this house with me, and I'm taking care of you. Oh, hell no. You on some dumb shit? Oh, no. Hell no. You got to be on the path toward Black excellence in all ways. If I'm subsidizing your life with my money and my time, oh, hell no. You got to be A1. And I'm happy to say that Medium Buddha is on that Black excellent track. I love what I'm seeing for her. Now, Junior's 6 right now, so we'll see. We'll see. He's got the potential. He's got that family backing. We set the foundation, but you never know. You can have the best intentions with kids, and sometimes dumb motherfuckers do the dumbest shit in the world, so you have to wait and see. Medium Buddha, oh, she's on point. She is on point, and I love it. Student athlete, I love it. Strong body, strong mind. Let me see. Again, I keep saying it. Whatever I don't finish, I'm gonna leave the tribal spear for my kids, and they're gonna finish that work. Dale writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers. Carmelita writes, good morning, Nate and the Choppers. TGIF, good morning to you. Tracy's in the house. She writes, good morning. Where are we here? Rochelle writes, blessed morning, all. Akeem writes, yo, Nate, you missed the story about the Walnut Hills grad who won that national championship against Gonzaga. No, I did miss the story. I am aware of it. Props to that young man. And I think it's a great story. Got him a national championship and graduated from Walnut Hills. A great story for him. Great story. That's a culmination of his hard work, his parents' hard work, the coaches, and everybody that was a part of his journey. I think it's beautiful. Tracy writes, good morning. Rochelle writes, blessed morning all. I think I'm going backwards. Dale writes, got my stimmy. Got my stimmy. Get your stimmy. Listen, I just love to see the people happy, man. I love whatever makes the people happy. And in particular, whatever makes my people happy, I'm with it. Puts a smile on your face, puts a smile on my face. I love it. I love it. I'm here for it. Politically Petty Podcast writes, morning Nate in the choppers.
Oh, get to the chopper!
Hashtag denial, aka don't even know I am lying, aka Black Republicans. Hashtag flash flows rated E for everybody. Not everybody, but everybody. Everybody. Dale writes, Hubert Davis. Okay, you already know. Sister Iris is in the house. How you doing, Sister Iris? She writes, good morning, great people. Good to see you. Crystal's in the house. Good to see you as well, Crystal. Politically Petty Podcast Show writes, one more button on that shirt, Nate, and you can't get in the club. Is that right? One more button. So what do you mean? I don't know. One more button unbuttoned or button up? I'm not sure I really want you to answer that, quite honestly. Actually, strike that from the record. Nat writes, TGIF Facebook choppers. Good morning to you.
Oh, get to the chopper!
Absolutely. Sister Iris writes, thank you and Nathan Ivey. You worked our asses off then and now. Oh, yeah, I see it. And you already know I keep it consistent. You know, I gave props 20 years ago because I could see it. Like I said, I mean, there's a big untold story about the folks that was involved with that. And that I've heard just bits and pieces of. And that's just like the way that the Empire Strikes Back. Like, don't think for 1 second that the folks that was a part and was on the front lines, dealing with the city after the social unrest in 2001. Don't think for 1 second that was all just a nice, friendly story all the way around. That ain't true. These people was getting crazy pressure on the job. Oh, you a black activist? Oh, okay, black activist. We got something for you. So there's a deeper story to that, which I just have a little bit of information. I ain't trying like I know more than I really do. No need to do all of that. But I'm just saying, props to the people that's willing to put themselves on the front line. And because you're going to get that heat. You're going to get the heat now. And to me, it's all about sacrifice. You're not willing to sacrifice, you ain't going to really accomplish anything in that way. And you might be asked to sacrifice. That's for sure. Billy's in the house. He writes, to God be the glory. Just a beautiful story, man. Happy for both of you. I'm all about that, man. I'm a family dude. In my opinion, if you look at the problems with the black community, it starts with the black family. It starts right there. So we got to build that up. We got to lift that up. We got to invest in our families individually because not everybody's an Irish Rowley. Not everybody's a Damon Lynch. Not everybody's going to get out in the streets. Not everybody has that time, flexibility, guts. Not everybody has that. And I ain't trying to say nothing negative. I'm not saying I have that. Let's be clear. I'm not saying that I have that. But what I'm saying is that if you're going to do that, be ready, man. Be ready. You may not have the guts or the time or the flexibility or the whatever to get out in the streets. But what you can do is take care of your family. That's what you can do. That's just as important, if not even more important, than what these activists are doing. Not everybody has it like that, but you can make sure that your kids, the young people in your family have what they need, right? You can make sure that your wifey is taken care of. You can make sure that your husband is taken care of, your extended family, nieces and nephew, taking care of your mama and them, taking care of your neighborhood. Now, we can all do that. We can all do that, right? That's one way we can all be, a part of it. You know what I'm saying? 100%. And that's the least you can do. That's the least that we can do if we are concerned, conscious, people, in particular black people in these days and times. That's just me. Anthony writes, yeah, he just had another moment. Charles writes, who cares about black man married to a white woman? I said the same thing. I'm like, Nobody, I don't even think anybody cares. Like, I don't look at anybody differently per se. I mean, I have my own personal viewpoints, like I share with you freely. But I don't project that on the other people and look down on other people because of the romantic choices that they make. We people, do you? Let's go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Nate, brother 252.
Hey,
Man,
what's
good
up?
morning to you.
What's up, brother 252?
Good.
How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good. I knew Sister Iris was going to be the one that probably slid you some of that information yesterday. But yeah, definitely, like you said, man. Shout out to the people that's on the front line. And I know that sister never could get a public job. I seen her some years later after that on the front of USA Today, giving it to some mofos about something, man. I mean, she was just up in there. Yeah, Sister Iris never get a public job. She's definitely gonna have to do her thing. But that was I was being funny by saying that. But she's very sharp. Hubert Davis, he played for North Carolina, man, and he's they're from Chapel Hill, not Charlotte.
Okay.
But it's all the same. But as Paul Mooney once said, I think he got that Negro wake up call coming. I hear the brother breaking it down yesterday, man, and I didn't know. I don't know, man. It's like if he didn't bring it up, who was thinking he had a white wife, or he loved her that much. But I think he really proved what a lot of people in our area, man. I'm from that part of the country, man, and I'm telling you, man, there's one of the reasons I follow Cincinnati politics and these particular forums here, man. One thing about the politics here is you guys love yourselves, and the part of the country where we're from, we don't love ourselves, man. I don't know where Hubert grew up at. I don't think he's from North Carolina. I don't know if he's from New York or somewhere, but that's a culture, man. That's a culture, and we love Miss Ann. We love Miss Ann, man. I mean, we love her with all our heart. Some of us. But I'm gonna respect what Sister V put out yesterday about just kind of holding your peace. It's easy to pile on some things, but I said something recently about somebody that's under fire that I couldn't pinpoint exactly, but you've just watched certain people, man, over the years, and I've been following your guys, your politics for probably about a decade and a half, and but there's just a certain elegance and persona that you bring to Cincinnati politics when you're actually true and working for the people. And you're not ambulance chasing or clout chasing. But I will say this, man, take notes. I love this YouTube platform because you can timestamp things and just listen to the people. And like I said the last time I was on, man, almost like speaking about this progressive. I forgot the exact word I used, but it's such a progressive platform right now that you have to pay attention. But pay attention. But I will say this about Tamaya Denard, because I think her fate is already sealed. If somebody put out a cash app for that sister, I think I would buy her dinner today. I think I will send her a cash app, but I don't know her. But you mentioned yesterday that she should have a place in politics. And, G. Gordon Liddy passed away this week, and nobody fell from grace like that. But I think we definitely need to represent those that had worth. That's supposed to have a lot of worth, man. I like Tamaya Denard and the intelligence and the awareness that she brought. Whatever happened, it's unfortunate. I think, and I'm trying to do this in my own home, man. I tell my kids to, we have to create a storehouse for ourselves. And a lot of times we just don't have that. And working for our community is a priceless and the most thankless job you're ever going to have. Some say it's a truck driver. But if her Cash App came up in the comment section or any way where I could donate, I would definitely buy her lunch and I pray her strength. But I will say this in closing, man. Pray for yourself. When you're summoning prayers for other people, just let's make sure we're sweeping around our own front door. And I'm probably speaking to myself more than anybody else. But great show, man, as always. What happened to Black Lion, man? It seemed like I haven't heard that voice in a while.
I don't know. He was banned for a while because he was on some dumb shit, and I had to put him, let him know where he was, who he was talking to. But that was a long time ago. He jumps in from time to time. He's got another account that he uses. It's not Black Lion. I forget what it's called. I don't know. He might have just lost interest, or I'm sure he's checking out a lot of channels and doing his thing. But that's my brother right there. He's always welcome.
Yeah, man. Good and different, man. We still peace, man. But just kind of want to get in and speak, man, and set it off before you guys get going. Let's get some of that. Let me pass the baton to that Fame Rothstein. Peace, brother.
Thanks for the call. People love Fame. They love to hate Fame. I've told you, Fame be thinking people don't like him. People love him. I keep telling people love him. On this show, people love him. And for good reason, man. He's hella entertaining and super smart. That brother's super. His intel is off the charts. Way off the charts. Way smarter than me. Hella smart. But we don't always agree. You know how it is. But always welcome, though. It's a good brother. And working on a podcast called Scussed, actually. It's interesting. Dale writes, proud my wife is white. Are you? Anthony writes, wifey got that good credit, Nate, do she? Got to shout her out with the good credit, huh? Oh, my God. If I'm not mistaken, Brad Daugherty, head coach of North Carolina for 2 or 3 years, and he was definitely black. I think Hubert Davis is the first African-American, as he put it, head coach at the men's team at North Carolina. The white. Daryl writes, a qualifier to let white folks know I'm one of the good ones. That's what I thought too, Daryl. I thought the same thing. And see, for me, that's a bad sign. Like, if you got to put out, that's a great way of putting it, Daryl. I think you, in one quick little sentence there, you encapsulated exactly how I feel, right? You capture how I feel. He's trying to let people know I'm a good black. I's a good black, boss. Oh, Lordy, don't fire me. If we don't make it to the NIT, he just don't know that none of that's going to save you. Nobody cares about your white wife if you got a losing record. Nobody cares about your white wife if you don't bring that championship. Nobody cares. That ain't going to save you. They're going to come for your ass, and you, your wife, your kids going to have to pack up and move on somewhere else. That's just the game of coaching. But I agree. That's exactly what I thought, Daryl. And I'm like, man, listen, if you coming into a job doing that, just think about all the shit he going to have to do like that behind the scenes, dealing with boosters. They're going to be patting him in the motherfucking, treat him like a little boy. Patting him on the head. Come over here, boy. Come over here, Hubert. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. I ain't taking no job where I got to do something like that the first day. It's unnecessary. And like I said, nobody cares. Nobody's caught up with who you're married with like that these days. I would say even more like 10 years ago, that was more of an issue. 15, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. We already know the history of interracial dating and marriage in this country. At some point, it was illegal. We get it. But those days, from what I see, people get in where they fit in. Are there people out there that have like a consciousness about that kind of thing? Like, I wouldn't begrudge a white person. Like, if there was a white man that said, I always want to marry a white woman, I don't have no problem with that. I don't think that's racist at all. You should love being white. You are. You should love who you are. Whoever you are, whoever God made you, you should love and embrace that. And I don't think there's nothing racist about that, no matter what the race is. I mean, I even take it to an extreme. When I hear some of these Klan members talking about how they say love white folks, I'm like, I get it. Because I love black folks. I ain't against nobody. I'm for everybody. The problem is when you start putting on the sheets and, the whole racism kind of thing, intimidating other races, in some cases with violence, that's when it becomes a problem. But if you take pride, racial pride in who you are, however God made you, great. I'd prefer that than somebody that's self-loathing any day of the week. I'll take somebody that love themselves over somebody that don't love themselves, no matter what the race is, no matter what the gender is or gender identity is. I would take that over somebody the opposite any day of the week. Any day of the week. Because a self-loathing person, that's a problem. You're going to do some dumb shit. Ashley writes, good morning, Nathan and Choppers. Happy Friday. It's my happy Friday jazz hands. Happy Friday hands. I can be a little silly, It's Friday, man. We talking about serious race issues all week long. Come on, man. I got to bring a little bit of smile and laughter to the game on a Friday. Set your weekend off right? We beat COVID. Hubert Davis was a Tar Heel, great jump shot and an average NBA player. Yeah, he was a dog in college. He was. I mean, just to be a D1 college athlete, do you understand what that means? Your talent level is off the charts, man. You ain't just one of these local dudes in the gym. You way past that. And then to make that transition to the NBA, you are an elite, you are a world-class athlete. A world-class athlete. It's less than 1%. It's probably like 0.001% of the population if you accomplish something like that. So I got respect for it. It's a different level, man. I played against dudes that was in college. They're on a whole different level. Their conditioning, their strength, their game, their confidence, whole different level. Whole different level. And these dudes in the NBA, it's even a different level, a much different level from the collegiate game. So if he was able to do that as a player, he was a dog. He was a dog. No doubt about it. I can't hate on his game. But that's not the best way to start your coaching career, Hubert. If you like, what y'all talking about? And you just joined the conversation, let me play this for you again. Again, I'm going to move on because I got 3 OMG stories that you might have missed this week, and I want to stick and move, okay? So check this out. This is Hubert Davis, everybody, the first African-American to be hired as the coach for the men's basketball team down at UNC, University of North Carolina. That's the same team that Jordan came from. So that's hallowed ground. Jerry Stackhouse, Rasheed Wallace, the list goes on. They produce dogs down there. They go to the NBA and just wreck shit. Supreme talented athletes, right? So that's a big time job. They ain't just like, you the new coach at like whatever college. I ain't trying to shit on nobody's college. But let me play this for you. You said something weird that people are still talking about. But check this out.
It is significant, Steve. It's significant that I'm African American and I'm the head coach here. It's significant. I know that in terms of Division I head coaches all around the country, only 26% of the head coaches for Division I men's basketball are compromised by minorities, specifically African Americans. I know that it is significant that I'm the 4th African American head coach in any sport in the history of the University of North Carolina. I'm very proud to be African American, but I'm also very proud that my wife is white, and I'm very proud that my 3 beautiful, unbelievable kids are a combination of both of us.
Okay. Nobody asked him a question about his wife. Why did he offer that? And I think that Daryl hit the nail right on the head with that. He's trying to qualify. He's trying to send that message that I'm a good black, which is actually the title of the book. I had the opportunity of interviewing the author many, many years ago. Many years, I think it was like 10 years ago. It was a book titled The Good Black. It was all about this brother who grew up in a hood. He grew up, not with a lot of money, but he was very studious, right? People might call him a nerd by today's standards. And now the word nerd has a whole new connotation to it. It's way more acceptable these days. And he was very studious. He went to an Ivy League school and went on to work in the financial district in New York. And his whole life, he was trying to be the good black. His whole life, he was trying to like do the right things and not be a stereotype. goes to Ivy League school, goes on to work in Wall Street as a broker or something like that, with the potential to make big money. And he started dealing with racism. And he said it effed with him at first because he couldn't figure it out. He's like, I'm a good black, though. I'm doing everything right. I don't have any facial hair. I'm doing all the right things. I'm saying all the right things. I got my Larry Bird jersey on and everything. And they still won't accept me. And what was so interesting about the book is that he went through this realization that it didn't really matter how he acted. All they saw was, as Hubert put it, in African Americans. That's how they treated him. So to all the people out there trying to be the good black, damn with all that, just be good. Just be a good man. You know what I'm saying? Just do your job. Just do your job. That's all you got to do. That's all people are asking for. Just do your job to the best of your ability. That's it. Trying to prove to people that even though you're black, you're not really black, man, they're going to look at you like you a sucker. They're going to look at you like you a straight up sucker. Like, look at this self-loathing black man. And who out there, black, white, or whatever, wants to be around somebody that's self-loathing? I know I don't. That shit'll irritate the hell out of me. Like, nah, bruh, I'm good. So Hubert should read that book, The Good Black. It ain't gonna work, Hubert. When they come for you, they coming for you. Danita writes, it actually isn't odd. Before anyone knocked him, he let it be known he is proud of his family. So people who have a problem with him being married to a white woman and having biracial children jump off a cliff. Interesting that someone in this chat said, who cares about black man married to a white woman? That is the attitude he is addressing. I kind of understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm not sure I agree all the way 100%, but it's good what it is. I think he said it. I think Daryl hit the nail on the head. I think he said it as a qualifier to let people know that I's a good black, y'all. You ain't got to worry about me hooking up with the NAACP. We ain't gonna turn UNC black because I's one of you. I just happens to be melanated. All that's how it comes across to me. You shouldn't have to tiptoe around your blackness, your melanated skin. You shouldn't have to do that. And if you have to, what I would say, like if I knew Hubert, I would tell him like, bruh, if you got to do all of this, man, it ain't looking good for you, bro. You're going to be out of here real quick. But again, Hubert is there. We just got to call for somebody who's from that time, that part of the country. He said that, from his own words, he said that, a lot of black people down there don't love themselves. I don't know for sure or not. I'm just telling you what the caller said. That was Brother 252. That's what he said. So I don't know. Maybe Hubert was smart. Maybe like he's running his Jedi mind tricks on the races down there. Like, let me head this off before it becomes an issue. But in my opinion, that ain't gonna save you, bruh. That ain't gonna save you. Deborah writes, what the hell? David writes, he crazy as hell. Politically Petty writes, he doing the white most. Def writes, good morning, all. David writes, sisters are my choice. Same here. I knew I was going to marry a black woman in college, or I wanted a college-educated, upperly mobile black woman to build a black family with. I always knew that. That was just my choice from the cradle. I never thought anything differently. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. Hating on nobody. I'm not trying to say I'm against interracial dating. I just know what I'm into. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm into. People don't have to be into what I'm into. You should be into what you're into. And again, I'll say what I said before. I'll say it again. Love is rare as hell, man. It's rare to find somebody that loves you in this crazy world. People will use you, abuse you, lie to you. People will do all kind of shit. They'll act like they care about you. They'll do all that kind of shit out there. But really love you, that's rare. That's very, very rare. People that act like this, act like that, they do that shit all day long, especially if they feel like they're getting something out of it. But really give a damn with you when the chips is down, that's rare. So when you find that, you better hold on to it with two hands. You better hold on to it with two hands, buddy, because that is rare. Hold on, let me take the phone call first. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
What's going on, Nate?
Hey, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show.
I'm chilling, man. I'm Stemmy. I appreciate you taking my call.
That's good to hear.
You know what, man? After you read Danita's comment, I'm as steadfast about this as I am like you can't twerk around the dinner table type stuff. But Hubert Davis, nobody cares. That's the point, man. Like you said, I wouldn't be upset if a white guy said, you know what, I always wanted to marry a white woman. I'm like, okay. But if we at the store and you just walk up to me like, you know what, I don't know you, black guy, but I just want you to know that I always wanted to marry a white woman. I'm like, okay, and that's why we're all like, what the hell did you add that to the whole comment, to your little acceptance speech? Like, put it this way. You ever see Robert De Niro get up and accept the Oscar and he say, oh, thank you for this prestigious award. Oh, and by the way, I'm proud of my black wife. You know what I mean? Sting never said that. So, yeah, that's why it's super weird. Like everybody else saying, that was just to let them know, like, I'm still down with you a little bit. That's why he kept in shade from black people. Like, bro, we were eventually going to see it. Dickie V would have pointed it out during the Duke North Carolina game anyway. Really though, you get my point. Like, okay, dude, but we really didn't care, and you didn't need to add that in there. And I think somebody else said it, and it was just perfectly. It was great the way they said it. They said the last coach didn't tell you about his wife. He didn't say, I'm proud of, I married a white woman.
Right.
Yeah, these guys kill me with that. Well, he kills me with that crap. Let me say this. Is there any definitive news on DMX? Because last night he had supposedly died, and then I've heard other, like Black Sports Online, they were saying that the family's saying he's still on life support, and they haven't made a decision yet.
Well, the latest information that I've seen as of this morning, and I think the stories were like 8, 10, 12 hours ago, was that he's still on life support. Matter of fact, there's a video out from his, I think, manager or something like that, saying that, DMX is not woken up. He's in grave, serious, condition, blah, blah, blah. But no, I don't think DMX has died at this. At least it hasn't been reported that he's passed.
Because I know probably about 11 o'clock last night, it was on Twitter. That was trending. And then, like I said, I woke up this morning and, I was an early riser. I got my little workout in. Matter of fact, if you listen closely, that was the green tea with a little, agave nectar, just a teaspoon. But yeah, that was what was going on. And let me say this, because I got to get it in. The other day, your boy Drippish, he called in and they talked about the Major League Baseball game moving out to Colorado. And they try to play you move it away from the Black City. Now it's all the way out in Colorado. Now, people who know about,
No, I didn't. I'm just agreeing with you.
Well, people that know about what's happening in Atlanta Braves Stadium that used to be downtown, basically the Braves play out in Mason, folks. That's where Cobb County is. And the reason why the stadium moved from the inside the city, because white folks were scared of all those black people being around. And just imagine the same thing happened in Cincinnati, city of Cincinnati, if it was, 80% black. And the Reds like, oh my God, people from, Westchester, Mason, Boone County, Butler County, Brown County, Kentucky, they tired of seeing too many black people in too many positions and too many black people everywhere. Let's move it out to Westchester. So that's what happened with the stadium. So this whole idea that it's hurting black folks per se, and that all of a sudden now they care about the economic health of black folks in Georgia is BS to begin with. Because they really don't care, but they're going to use that analogy to say, oh, look how they're trying to hurt you. So it's more than just that. And that's a point. But also, Nate, if you listen to the show, I don't know if you got a chance to listen to it, I actually brought out the facts about Colorado and the difference between them and Georgia. Actually, if they really want to play that game, America would love to have Colorado voting laws because they mail out ballots to all their citizens. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, only 6% of the people in the state of Colorado actually go in and vote. 94% send their ballot in. So I just wanted to get that out there, man. Like I said, Hubert Davis, right about now, you, John Wayne, John Cranley, y'all can all get the middle finger. I'm out.
Appreciate the call, man. We'll go ahead and rack him on that one. He said, you, John Cranley, John Wayne. John Cranley's the mayor, white male Democrat mayor of Cincinnati. Good morning to you. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. He's right about the Colorado election laws, though. You're right. They're far more, I would say, progressive and inviting and open. They actually want people to, like actually vote. For real. Like, we really want you to vote. Let's move on. This next OMG story that you might have missed this week comes from Ohio. Comes from Akron. Akron police released a body cam footage of Officer John Turner. And he was in the process of doing an arrest. And this arrest has prompted an internal investigation into use of force. Officer Turner resigned on March 31st, so 10 days ago, amid the ongoing investigation. Akron Mayor Dan Horrigan apologized because the video shows what he called disrespect toward the suspect. Now, this is going to be extreme. And there's a lot of people that don't like to watch these kind of videos. You're going to see a black man unarmed, and he's getting a rough arrest. And it's just interesting that these kind of things are still happening in a post-George Floyd world. This shit is still going down, family. Why is this still happening? Why is this still happening in a post-George Floyd world? Okay. I want to play this for you. I'm going to play the video, Chloe. Again, you should see it's on World Star. You can check it out for yourself later if you're into that kind of thing. But I want to play this for you, and I want to get your reaction. Heads up, this is a bit extreme. I'll give you a heads up. This is a bit extreme. All right? Oh, he's good. He's good. Come on in. Say good morning. Then you're going to say,
Good morning, everybody.
Okay, let's get to the mic. Say good morning.
Good morning.
All right. I love you. I love you too. Yes, Daddy loves you. In Uno last night? Yeah, it was my day last night. You'll have your day soon. Yeah, we played Uno last night, and I had to put a whooping on him. You know what I'm saying? Daddy's the Uno champion. Let's go to the phones. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Ivy. This is your West Side Connection, your only black, not Democrat, the one and only. That's right. And I guarantee you, Mr. Ivy, if you ask Junior right now who is his favorite caller to his daddy's show, I guarantee you he gonna say it's Drop Squad 52. How you doing, sir?
He might. I'm doing great. Welcome to the show, brother.
No doubt. And guess what? It's Friday. I ain't got no job. Oh, that's right. I'm retired. What's in your wallet? Mr. Ivy, I don't know I don't know why I'm doing this, but I can't believe that I'm actually calling in behind that fool, Glenn from Mason, the fakest, phoniest man that I don't know who's part of your show. Mr. Ivy, Mr. Ivy, Mr. Ivy. Do I have to continue to trigger this old man, drive him into nicotine fits because he's trying to quit smoking cigarettes? But again, I respect that brother. He a proud black man, single father, raising his son in this crazy world. I'll give it to him. It was me that lit a fire under his butt and got him in action to do his podcast. It was me who trigger him on a daily basis. Mr. Ivy, we all know that the whole MLB All-Star Game boycott in Georgia has backfired. We all know that. It reminds me of when Dave Chappelle used to do his skit when keeping it real goes wrong. It has gone wrong for the Democrats and the Georgia law. There is and our president, the liar in chief, Joe Biden, who just continues to lie. Yesterday, Mr. Ivy, the man didn't even know his own he didn't even know his own department. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. ATF. This old man kept saying AFT. He said it more than once, Mr. Ivy. All I got to say, 25th Amendment, now, President Kamala, I'm Black Y'all Harris, take over, because this old man going to mess around and push the wrong button and blow some stuff up. But back to Glenn from Mason, the overseer. Mr. Ivy, the man is having nicotine fits about me. And I love it. I love it. And if you go back to his show, in his episode 2, the man asked to do a collaboration with me. So, Mr. Ivy, you need to go ahead and get this thing in motion. Because you know I'm working with the Rodecaster Pro.
Okay.
You know I can we can hook up a simulcast, Mr. Ivy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Glenn has the same type of interface where he could take phone calls. I don't know that. But Mr. Ivy, I'm already thinking about a collabo. The Invasion, the Politically Petty, Disgusted, and the Black Not Democrat podcast all were spawned from the Nathan Ivey Show. And Mr. Ivy, it's been 3 years, not 2, 3 years since I've been rocking with the Nathan Ivey Show and all the beautiful people in the chop shop. So again, Mr. Ivy, your show is off the chain. It's Friday. You ain't talking about local Cincinnati politics today. And I'm just kicking back, listening to Glenn from Mason. He know he want to get with me. But I'm taking my time. I'm going to wait till he gets on his bended knee and start begging. Drop Squad, I need you, brother. I need to go back and forth with somebody on my podcast. Please come help me drop. Because it's clear, Mr. Ivy, it is very clear at this point that without Drop Squad 52, there would be no overseer, no Glenn from Mason, no Lanny, no Mr. Cleophas. But that's all I got. I'm kind of ranting today, Mr. Ivy, but there is a border crisis. 172,000 unaccompanied children that were dropped off at the U.S. border in Texas and California. And there is no end in sight, Mr. Ivy. Somebody need to get on this because they accuse the 45th president of separating children from their parents. Joe Biden is doing the same thing, except the parents are just dropping their kids off. And Mr. Ivy, it's just sad. There are reports right now out of Texas, Mr. Ivy, that these kids are getting raped and sexually assaulted in these facilities. It is sad, Mr. Ivy, and I really, really, really hope that at some point you start talking about this story because it's getting out of hand. 172,000 children in 1 month, Mr. Ivy, it's unprecedented. So that's all I got, sir. Thank you for listening. Thank you, and I hope I didn't trigger anybody. Glenn from Mason, put that damn cigarette down. Drop Squad 52. Drop the science to anyone who wants to catch it. Be safe in them streets, people.
Appreciate the call, man. Strong call. Minus the attacks on Glenn. But I tried to hook that up at the beginning, man. And I suggested that to you. So I'll do it again. And that's real easy. We can make that happen. I even got a perfect name for it. We can take phone calls. We can live stream it. I got you. But like I said, I reached out to you last year. Like, let's make this happen. But now you got your podcast legs underneath you with the BND. I love what you're doing, brother. I wish you the best. And I think that'll be interesting. We did it once or twice here on the show. Y'all was just shouting over each other. And what y'all got to remember if we do this is that the people have to be able to hear you. It could be the most compelling shit in the world, but if people can't hear you, it don't mean a damn thing. So we got to bring a little level of cordiality. Did I make that word up? Think so? Maybe not. You understand what I'm trying to say? You got to bring a little cordiality. Am I making words up now? If I am, then so be it. I'm from the hip hop generation. You can make up new words. So we got to bring a level of that to the conversation so people can actually hear what you have to say. But I'm down. You already know I'm in. I like what both of y'all doing. And me and Glenn, we're gonna hook up and we're gonna do something with CDM. Speaking of which, I am in the market for a new studio space. It's that time, family. We got to get back to what the plan is. Derailed a bit because of COVID. It's time to get back to it and move what I'm doing, perhaps on a daily basis. I always maintain the studio. It's just too convenient and easy, right? But it's time to build out our studio space here in the city of Cincinnati for all the folks that we're working with and the plans I have in the near future. So look for CDM Studios real soon. I'm in the market. I've been looking at places, and some I like actually. It's amazing what's out there. I was kind of surprised. I was pleasantly surprised at what I saw. So it'll be way better than the first spot we had. Remember that a couple years ago? Oh, we way beyond that now. We way beyond that. So look for that. Look for CDM Studios coming real soon. Real soon. I'm talking about real soon. So look for that. So we have a unified place where we can stream and bring a little bit more, I have more control over the elements. Doing things virtually, I only have so much control over that. I want to have all the control. I want to have every bit of control I can have to make sure we can make the best possible experiences for our audience possible. So look for that real soon. I haven't signed the papers on anything, so you might be like, damn, Nate, I didn't know you're looking for space. Well, I know of a space over here. Well, hit your brother up with a direct message. Let me know. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking right now. I'm looking at spaces. And again, I saw some spaces that I like actually, that I really like. So I might pull the trigger on it here within the next couple of weeks. But I'm still open. I haven't signed any papers yet, but I'm still open. And could be something better out there. So let me know. If you're in the city like, oh, Nate, I didn't know you was looking for a spot. Well, hit your brother up with a direct message. Let me know. We building media over here. And this is just the beginning. Just the beginning. Good morning to you. Janine writes, good morning, Nathan and Choppers. Happy Friday. Deborah writes, we live over here now, Nate. Charlie Winburn writes, remember to focus on what you want in life and give zero attention to what you don't want in life. Good morning, great father Nate, and all the wonderful people listening this morning. Same to you, brother. Ronald writes, good morning, fam. Hey, good morning to you, Ronald. Politically Petty Podcast, a.k.a. Glenn, a.k.a. Mason Mahler, writes, preach, Nathan. If you think I'm bad on here, just imagine all the smoke my son gets having to deal with his dad. He's getting what I'm spitting. He better. Don't expect less. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Am I hard on my kids? Yeah. Have I been hard on medium Buddha? Now she used to be little Buddha. Now she's medium Buddha because she's a teenager. Am I hard on her? Yeah. Do I have had standards for her? Yeah, I do. The wifey's given me some looks over the years, but she knows where I'm coming from. And it's all in just bringing out that excellence inside of her. And she got it in her, most definitely. And like I said, she is developing nicely. I am extremely proud of her, 100% proud of what she's doing. But yeah, you got to be tough on them. And again, me in my house with my money and my time? Oh, hell no. You're going to have to bring your A game for me to get what I'm getting. I mean, of course, you're going to get it anyway, but that's the bargain. Mom and dad will take everything else. You do your job. Your job is student athlete. Be the best student athlete you can. As long as you're doing that, you got no problems with us. You know what I'm saying? We got your back 100%. Good morning to you. Hey, what's up, Brittany? How you doing? Good morning to you. Maceo, his fam is from Middletown. So Brittany is one half of the dynamic duo from the Melanin Insights podcast. And we just got started running, but Cass is, she got some health issues she's dealing with. I hope I'm not putting her business out there, but I've already kind of said it before. So, she had to step away just a little bit, but they'll be back this weekend, live streaming on Sunday at 5:30. I have hella super huge expectations for what they do and really respect what they bring to it. So check them out. They got a couple podcasts that's already up. You can check it out. Whole new experiences. Again, there's so many creatives and creative people out there. I just want to work with you. I think we can do some great things together. Let's do it. Tracy writes, Glenn, I'll call you. Okay, she's talking to Glenn. Regina's in the house. She writes, good morning, peace and blessings on all. Same to you, sister. Kiki writes, Grand Risings fam. Same to you. Marcia writes, good morning to you, Marcia. Good to see everybody. All beautiful black faces, beautiful people. LOL Tracy, you like my mom. It's like interrupting your stories. TNT Rice, good morning. Sister Irish Rice, Nathan Ivy, man, don't make me cry this morning. Don't step on my sacrifice. Oh, listen, I already know. I mean, I don't know. No, I'm just saying from afar, I can see it. It's a the last 20 years is a road paved with sacrifice for these individuals. These folks out there, and everybody's talking about them. You know the names. The folks that was out there in the front and center 20 years ago. That's a path of sacrifice, man. And maybe one day we can bring some folks on that can give you the backstories that you never heard before. I think that'd be interesting, and I think it would give people a little bit more respect to all these individuals. Brother Dwight Patton, I know he can't stand my guts, but I got nothing but respect for that brother and what I saw him do. So like I said, I'm just like that, man. If I see somebody out here on some real ish for us, you get my respect instantly. Period. Across the board. I would be less than a man if I did anything less than that. No, I'm good. Thank you. Ashley writes facts, Nathan. All right, let me move on here. So I was just about to set up the next story. This story comes from Akron. And let me circle back around and give you the backstory on this again, because we kind of got broken up with the call from Glenn. Again, you call in, your call is my priority. You take the time to make the call, then I'll take the time on the show to receive your call. Simple as that. So Akron police have released a body cam footage of Officer John Tornore. I may have mispronounced his name earlier. And it was an arrest that prompted an internal investigation into use of force. Tornore resigned on March 31st, which is 10 days ago. Amid the ongoing investigation, Akron Mayor Dan Horrigan apologized because the video shows Tornore disrespecting the suspect, Charles Hicks, by repeatedly shoving snow in his face. And you can clearly hear Charles Hicks, who is a black man, saying over and over again, "I can't breathe." Okay. And I just want you to brace for this, because I know some people don't like this kind of stuff, but this is what we do here. So I want to play this for you, and I want to get your reaction. Check this out.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Kill me, bro. Kill me. I never breathe. Yes. Okay.
Which way you need him to go? Just start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stop, dude. You gotta set a cup.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here's one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got it.
Yes, sir. I can't breathe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen.
I can't breathe, sir.
Listen.
Yes, sir. I apologize, sir.
Okay.
I really
Now
can't
listen.
breathe.
Hey.
I
need you to listen.
apologize.
I need
Please,
you to
sir.
listen.
I really can't breathe.
It's over.
I apologize,
Okay,
sir.
we're gonna roll you. Okay.
Can you please just tell me? I won't stand up.
that's fine.
I won't do nothing.
We're gonna roll you.
Okay, yes, sir.
So what do you think about that? That was tough to watch, right? That's tough to watch. You see how he was putting the snow in his face? What do you think about that? That officer has resigned, pardon me, as I understand it. Officer has resigned. And after this body cam footage, this comes from Akron, Ohio. I'm living in Ohio. So to me, this is a local story. This is a statewide local story that I think anybody that's concerned about the relationship between police and the community should be paying attention to. And it just begs a lot of questions like, why? Come on now. Now, I hear what the brother's saying about kill me and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, it's like Spider-Man, right? To those that are given great power, you got great responsibility, Why? So is that in the training? Is that in the Akron training, like in the manual? You got multiple officers, hands behind your back, snow on the ground. It's in the training to take a big old handful of snow and smudge it into his face. His hands are behind his back. You got one hand on his head. That's a recipe for killing somebody. And on some levels, it kind of like begs the question, like, do these officers even pay attention to what's happening? Do they have any idea about the pulse of the community? Are they aware that there's something called the George Floyd trial going on right now? Which, by the way, if Derek Chauvin gets off, I want you to tell me what you think the reaction will be. If Derek Chauvin gets off, what do you think the reaction is going to be? That's a sidebar, but back to this case in Akron. That's training now? Shoving snow in people's face? And I've said it before, I'll say it again. That is not a normal position to be in. It is not normal to be in a position with your hands behind your back. That is not normal. People start tripping out, man. And then you got 2 or 3 human beings with their body weight on top of you. That will kill you. Just that right there will kill people. People go into cardiac arrest. They'll start having all kind of physical reactions to something like that. Why are you rubbing snow in the man's face? Pardon me. Why are you rubbing snow in the man's face? This is police procedure? OMG, yo. And that's just become like, that's like the universal symbol for I give up, right? When you say 2 things, either mama, and we've seen this before, people screaming out for their mama. It happened with a black man in Cincinnati many years ago, was getting arrested by police. He ended up dying. And he was talking about, mama, mama. When you hear a grown man that's in a physical altercation with another grown man and he say mama, that means it's over. That's the white flag of surrender. Period. I can't breathe. That's supposed to mean something. And we got any folks in the audience that's from Akron? Any folks from Akron in the audience this morning? I'd like to know how the folks up in Akron are reacting to this. We need we as the state of Ohio, there should be a collaborative agreement throughout the whole state of Ohio. There should be a collaborative agreement in every city in America, really. But let's just stay with Ohio since it's, the original is in Cincinnati. Like people don't understand just how much we potentially have going for ourselves here in this city. They just don't really understand just how, like, we so used to having Sister Iris and having a collaborative that I feel like a lot of people just overlook it. They think, this is normal. They don't have that everywhere. They don't have no collaborative everywhere. They don't have no, historical or agreement. Not to say that things don't still happen in the city of Cincinnati, because they do, that are questionable. Not to say there isn't still room to grow, but come on, man. Some of this stuff is basic. Honestly, the hardest part for me is hearing this brother beg. I hate hearing this brother begging for his life like that. That's just hard for me right there. I hate to see any grown man do that, especially one of us, going out like that. That's just terrible. I don't want to see nobody get treated like that. I don't care what your race is. We deserve better. And those are police officers. And listen, I'm not saying he should have got arrested. I'm not saying it won't be a little bit rough, but you're going to rub snow in his face while his hands are behind his back. You kill somebody real quick. You can kill somebody on accident doing that. Like, I didn't mean to kill you, but I guess he had. You know what'll happen? If the brother would have died, they would have ran a toxicology report on him so quick. Oh, he had drugs in his system. That's why he died, right? What's sad is that while this trial is going on, the George Floyd trial, across the nation, police are being police. Police are being police. There's so many people to blame. I blame the officers involved first. And then I blame all of the people around them that don't check them. Like, if you're a police officer and you see other police officers doing evil, if you don't say nothing, then you just as evil as they are, in my opinion. That's just me. Y'all see this? Anybody see this? You seen this for the first time? Hopefully not. Hopefully you've been hip to the game. Good morning to you. Sheila writes, good morning, Nina Choppers. Happy Friday to you all.
Get to the chopper!
Here we go. It's a Chopper Friday. Kathy's in the house. Good to see you, sis. She writes, good morning, all. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Nat writes, the majority of black folks live in the South, and those states are some of the poorest in the nation. Low voter turnout as well. Thanks to Georgia for standing up. Yep, Georgia stood up. Now they're trying to sit you down legally. Where are the black Republicans? Drop calls in here talking about Joe Biden, and this black man ain't got nothing to say about what they doing against black voters. His party, the party that he loves, is doing in Georgia, targeting black voters who legally, constitutionally, righteously voted. They just didn't want Trump because Trump was terrible with COVID. That's it. Wait a minute. Y'all didn't hear what he just said. My son is in the next room. He said, that's right, Daddy. Oh, Lord, what have I created? What have I done? He was like, that's right, Daddy. That's hilarious, man. That's just, I told you, man, the best thing, but man, I got a tribe behind me. Don't play no games over here. And I'm going to raise him to be a little warrior. He's going to be super smart. Body going to be on fleek. Black excellence in the making. You already know. So get ready. Get ready. Roy writes, people are already commented about it earlier in the week after he was announced about the color of his wife and whether or not they will maintain academic excellence. So what is the issue with him? I don't know, Roy. I don't get it, but it just goes to show you, it's just interesting, and I love the internet. I love that we can get a viewpoint, a window, if you will, into what's happening around the country via the internet, and we get a chance to sit back and analyze it for whatever reason. It might just be for entertainment purposes, or it might be some other socially or culturally relevant reason why we do it. But I thought it was interesting. Sean writes, he's whiter than Ashy Larry's hand. Ashy Larry? Who is? Hubert? I don't know. I can't speak to that. I don't even know why this is news. Can we clarify if DMX is dead or alive this morning? Well, I mean, news is whatever you think it is. There's a whole lot of stuff out there. And just to answer, I think I answered it earlier, but as I understand it, DMX is on life support and his family has a real interesting decision to make as to whether pull or support. It's always interesting when people want to tell the host what to talk about. I got this, sis. Let me do this. Let me see. Maurice writes, he did that because he knew people would do exactly what they're doing now, talking about it. Maybe, could have been. Charles writes, straight like that. At the end of the day, if they have your best interest in mind, then that's what it is, right? Right. Jesse writes, he is not dead. No, DMX is not dead. His family, from what I'm reading, and again, this is where it kind of connects to all of us. His family has a very deep decision to make, and that is to pull the plug or not. And I can tell you that my mother was unconscious going back until, y'all know this, because I was very emotional about it. I don't wear my feelings on my sleeve or nothing like that, because that would be a problem. But, whatever it is, whatever I'm going through, I share it with you, right? Like I said, I talk with y'all more than I talk to you more than I talk to my mama. I don't talk to my mother for 3 hours a day, 2.5 hours a day. Chairman Mom don't want to be on the phone with me like that. She got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? But, we were potentially facing a decision like that last year with my mother, who had a seizure, was unconscious. She was intubated, all that stuff, man. It's just difficult. And I'm looking like this is the vessel into this world. This is the woman that nurtured and raised me, gave me the foundation for who I am. And now I'm looking at her and she's unconscious. Oh, man, that was hella difficult. It was taking me back. But that's a situation that we could all be in, though, Tracy. We could all be in that situation where we got a loved one who, for whatever reason, is in a coma, or they're saying that DMX is in a vegetative state. Me personally, I hope the brother comes through. But my hopes don't mean a damn thing. What would you do? Like, the question for me is, how much time do you give a loved one who's in a vegetative state or in a coma? I've heard of, and this is very, very rare, and I'm talking like 1 in a billion, 1 in a million, but I've heard of people waking up from comas they've been in comas for years and years and years. That's a real test of your faith and your wallet, because you got a loved one that's sitting in the hospital in a vegetative state or in a coma, and guess who's paying for it? You are. And I bet that shit's expensive. And you hate to put it this way, but I can see some people, some families being in a situation where it's kind of like, we can't afford to do this. And so the price actually becomes a factor, which is terrible. No family should ever have to make a decision like that based upon money. I don't know, man. I don't know. What would you want? Let me make it super personal. Let's say what would you, what, if you don't mind sharing, because it might be too sensitive for some people to share this or whatever, but just as I unpack the conversation here a bit and kind of connect it to all of us as it relates to DMX, what would you want to happen? Let's say you fell into a vegetative state. What are your last wishes to your family, to your spouse, to your mother, to your whoever will be making that decision? Do you have a will? Do you have these things already in writing? You should, because if you don't, the hospital might do what they want to do. And I think for me with DMX, it's an opportunity. I have a will already. So I've already spelled all these things out and for the wifey and the family. But I think if you haven't, you should take that time. It don't take a lot of time. You could do it in an hour. You could get it done in an hour. Email it to whoever, your wifey, spouse, husband, mother, father, whoever, and kind of let them know, like, if something happens to me, here's what I want to happen. For me personally, and I'll share it with you, I don't want to be a drain on my family. So what I've instructed the wifey to do is give me some time. Because I's strong. I's strong now, boss. Give me some time because I might be able to crawl my way out of that. But you know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to drain the bank and drain it because the life goes on. You know what I'm saying? Something happened to me, wifey, kids, they go on. Y'all got to move on with y'all life. Remember the good things and shit and keep on pushing. That's the way I look at it because life goes on. Sun's going to come up tomorrow. It's going to set tomorrow. That's the one thing you find out when you lose somebody close to you is just how much the rest of the world don't give a damn. Your world comes to an end, comes to a standstill. But the world keeps on turning, keeps on going. That money got to be made. Lights, bills got to be paid. Commerce continues. The world continues. And when you're in a situation like that and you've lost somebody close to you, it hits you like, damn. It's a weird ass feeling. It's a feeling I don't wish on anybody, quite honestly. I want everybody to have good health, and I wish you nothing but long life and longevity and nothing but the best things possible. I wish that for everybody listening right now. But I'm just curious. I mean, what would you want to happen if you were in a situation like DMX? I'm just curious. Are you the kind of person like, look, don't pull the plug on me? There's no right or wrong answer. It's just your own personal viewpoint. Are you the kind of person that's like, nah, don't pull the plug on me because I might work my way out of it. If it's 5, 10, 15, 20 years, whatever long time. Are you the kind of person that's like, well, give me a year or two if I'm in a coma? Give me a year or two. And after a year or two, pull the plug. Do you have I can only imagine the guilt that family members might feel if they had to make that kind of decision, because in the back of your head, you might be thinking to yourself, oh my God, I should have gave him more time. That's real. And these are real human issues that we all are going to have to deal with in some way, shape, or form, right? All of us. So, that's what when I think about DMX, I think about all of those things. And what do you think about people who have in their will? There might be some people that's like, look, if I'm ever in a coma, pull the plug quick. Don't even wait a year. Don't even pull that plug. Maybe give me a week or two, a month or two, whatever, and pull that plug. Would you have the strength to do it? Think about that. For those of you who are married, would you have the strength to do something like that? That's some love for your ass right there. Now we talking about some deep feelings, right? Because it's all good when everybody's doing well. But when the shit hit the fan and you got some real life and death questions, that's when you really get tested, family. But just think about it for a second. Kind of put yourself in that place and tell me what you think. What would you do? I'm curious. 513-873-7134. I want to remind you that today's show is brought to you by my friends over at renewcommunitychurch.org. There's a link in today's description on Facebook and YouTube. You can use that link to download their free ebook, Focus 2021 series. Now, what do you get out of it? Well, you get a source of inspiration. You get tips and strategies on how to deal with everyday challenges. You might be dealing with something right now. And you can never have too much of that. And it's free. So download it this morning. Also, and today is the last day. They are still offering a 30-minute coaching session for you, professional coaching. 30 minutes of free professional coaching, could be on a business matter. Have you ever had a professional coach? If not, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Tell me what you think. Now, this is a heads up. I've been telling you all week. Today is the last day if you want to get signed up for free coaching. Tomorrow is too late. Sunday is too late. Monday is hella late. It's too late. Today is the last day. And if you're interested in the free professional coaching, make sure you sign off on all of the waiver forms. I was told that there's some people who signed up for the coaching but didn't fill out the waiver. If you don't fill out the waiver, that's probably the reason why you didn't get a call back. Okay, so make sure you fill out that waiver. If what I just described sounds like you might want to double check, maybe hit the link, go through the process again, sign the waiver, make sure you get your spot and reserve your spot in line today. Don't miss out on this opportunity, this free opportunity. Don't miss out. I want my people to be first. I want you to be first. Dee writes, and good morning to you, D. She writes, the bigger question is, would he have made that statement if his wife was black? You're right. That is the bigger question, D. That's an excellent question. That's a very good question. She's speaking about Hubert Davis, who during a press conference in which he was talking about being the first African-American head coach of the men's basketball program at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, UNC. He said that he was proud to be black, and he said he was proud that his wife is white. And it just kind of struck people like odd, like, where you coming from, black man? Where you coming from this? But you're right, D. That is a very interesting question. And I have to say no. You know, if I had to give you an answer, I would have to say he wouldn't, which is very interesting. You know, the black woman is the most disrespected. You know that. That is very interesting. That's a great question, D. Excellent question. That is the bigger question. What do you think about D's question, y'all? That is super deep. You know, I'm going to shout the wifey out any and all time. I do it all the time now. You got to shout out your partner in everything you do. Elizabeth writes, good morning. Good morning to you, Elizabeth. Hey, Cass. Cass is in the house. How you doing? She writes facts. Hope you're doing well, sis. Absolutely. Hey, Damon Lynch is here. How you doing, Damon Lynch? A prayer for this morning. Thank you. She writes, not drippish. Right. I caught that too. Talking about drippish. Jericho writes, did they find the monkeys? She's speaking of, and I got this story yesterday. So apparently it's like 5, 6, like, I guess they were like domesticated monkeys. And somehow they got loose over in Price Hill, which is a neighborhood in the Cincinnati area. And people were seeing them in the trees and things like that. I don't know. I have no idea. It's strange. It's strange. Let's put it that way. The world is strange. I don't know. DMX is still on life support with no brainwaves, according to the news. That's just terrible. I'm telling you, there's a big part of me, like, I feel like, and I don't know if this man is still alive, but I remember DMX telling his story. I can pull this up for you real quick. I think it's on par for the conversation this morning, too. So it's not going to take us too far from where we are. Couple things I want to play for you. So number one, I want to play for you a video that was posted by Steve Rifkin, who is giving updates on DMX. You down for that? Since he keeps coming up, let's jump into it. You know I'm flexible. You know what I'm saying? So let's jump into it. If you're interested, we can get into it. This is a video that was posted by Steve Rifkin. As I just said, he is the manager of DMX, and he's talking about the condition of DMX. I believe this was posted sometime yesterday. And if I'm wrong about that, set me straight, family. Okay, let's rotate.
This is Stephanie. She's suffering from...
We ain't doing that. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me let that ad go past. You know how it is. You know, World Star anything. They got to pay the bills and all, but they ain't paying us. So we ain't doing that. We want to lift up your content and definitely support that platform. A lot of people hate World Star. I love it. I'm built for it. Okay, here it is here. Here it is. All right, now we can rotate. Check this out.
Please stop with posting with these rumors. DMX is still alive. Yes, he is on life support, but please, it's not helping anybody by seeing these false rumors. Let the family relax for a night. You will be hearing a statement from the family sometime tomorrow. I've been with DMX for the past 3 years. So the only thing I ask is just stop with the rumors. He is still alive and he is on life support. Thank you.
So there it is. That's the manager of DMX, Steve Rifkin. He says, stop with the rumors and all this kind of stuff. This was posted back on, it was posted yesterday. So I was correcting that. And, there it is, man. There it is. I just can't get that DMX story out of my head. When DMX told the story of how he got hooked on drugs, every time I see that shit make me mad as hell, man. I be pissed. Pissed. You don't do no shit like that with no children. You don't do nothing like that with you don't do nothing. You don't play with people like that, man. That got me pissed. Every time he got tricked into smoking crack, if you don't know. So when he was 14 years old, DMX, I think he was at a party or something, hanging out with an older dude that was a rapper that he looked up to. DMX wanted to be a rapper. And this older dude gave DMX a blunt, thinking it was just marijuana. It was laced with crack. And he got one hit of that and was been an addict his whole life. I blame this man right here for the condition of DMX. And of course, there's been a lot of people in the music industry that probably took advantage of that, brother. Like, get out there and rap. Get out there and rap. What you need? Oh, you need a blunt? Here you go. Right? Just get out there and rap. Because they're trying to make money off of them. That shit got me heated, man. I'm telling you, nothing makes my blood boil faster or hotter than when I see like defenseless people, elderly people, handicapped people, children being taken advantage of. It makes my blood is boiling right here. I'm getting hella pissed off just thinking about that because it can have a huge impact on your life. And look at what happened with DMX, man. Look at what happened with this brother. Through no fault of his own, like you could make the argument that he shouldn't have been doing that, but he's 14 years old. That's what's wrong with our community. Too many of these older individuals acting like damn kids. I here trying to identify with a 14-year-old. What the fuck I look like hanging out? And of course, this person was much younger and probably, wasn't like in his 50s at the time. I'm not sure how old the rapper was, but come on, man. Listen, when you got younger dudes that look up to you, that's a sacred thing. You got to take that seriously. You got to nurture that, man. You got to make sure that you guide them in the right way. You don't take advantage of nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. I don't know if this man is still alive. Hold on, I'm searching for the video right now as I'm delivering flows for you, but it got me heated. It got me heated. His brother's closer. They need to just I ain't gonna say all of that. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's just a real bad deal for me. It's hard, man. It's hard for me to watch the video too. I got it. Y'all want to see it? If you haven't seen it before, it's tough to watch. It really is for me. It's tough for me to watch because I'm seeing this man and he really in his feelings about it because it's painful. And I got the video for you. I mean, I think it's apropos. We got to do better for the young people around us, man. You don't do no shit like that with no kids. I know I've said that 14 times, but those are only the words I can come up with right now because I'm getting lightweight heated even talking about this shit. But let me play this for you. And you tell me what you think. This is the DMX story of how he was introduced to drugs. Check this out.
I'm in Yonkers, you mean, and I just come home from being in these institutions from the age of 7 to 14. You mean, and this guy, Reddy Ron, he was like an older brother to me, and he would rap, and I would do the beatbox. And I looked up to him like an older brother, you know what I'm saying? I love this guy like an older brother, I don't have any brothers. And man, I would beatbox, he would rap, and then he suggested one time, he said, you know what, why don't you, write a couple of rhymes and they'll act to the beatbox for you, you know what I'm saying? We can like trade places. I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I remember, I remember went upstairs, taking a piss, and that's where my first rhyme came to me. You know what I'm saying? And referring to incidents.
Okay, let me see what happened here. Looks like the video might have stopped or something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that video. It looked like it might have stopped or something like that. Not sure what's going on. I'll try to reconnect. Hopefully you're not having any issues hearing me. If you have any issues, let me know. And I'll do what I can on my end to take care of it. For whatever reason, the video just stopped. Not sure why. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find it again and then repost it again. Hold on. Okay, I think I've got it. Check this out.
And me and my man went to a robbery one night, and it was his birthday, and we came back, we spent the money. I said, hey, take this, go get something nice for your birthday, whatever.
Hold on one second, man. So if you don't know, Talib Kweli has a podcast. It's super dope. Him and Raw Digger, I think it is. If you remember her, she was super talented back in the day. And they do interviews with different people and stuff. I'm hip to it. I like it. It's not like my go-to, but when I come across it, they always seem to have good content. Let me see if I can get this working for you again. Check this out.
He likes the blunt. Like I said, I was impressed. I don't really smoke, nigga. Fuck out of it. And he passed the blunt around. And wow.
I feel for this black man.
And I hit the blunt, and I'm like, I was no longer focused on the money. I never felt like this. Like it just fucked me up. I'm like, the fuck. And I later found out that he laced the blunt with crack. My thing. Why would you do that to a child?
Right.
And this nigga, like 30, you know what I'm saying? And he knew how I looked up to him. Yeah. He knew how I looked up to him, you know what I'm saying? And why would you do that to somebody who looks up to you like this? I mean?
Take your time, brother.
I'm getting heated over here. I want to track down Reddy Ron and beat his ass.
My ass was born. I mean, and that's like I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I mean, like I said, especially to someone that you supposedly love.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Right.
I put that in one of my songs called Pain. I smoked crack at 14 for the first time. Given to me by a nigga that I idolize. My love is real. But after that, what I saw in his eyes was a snake, and who I love was just a disguise. So the person that I loved was a snake. And he acted like he was a good person. You know what I'm saying? He acted like he loved me. But,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, two things. My mistake, and I think we have some issue with the Spreaker family. I'll try to get that back up. We only got 30 minutes left, but it's still very, very important to me. Very important to me. Many thousands of people check out that show on a daily basis just on the audio. It's very, very important to me. So I'll definitely get that up here in the next couple of seconds so you can be a part of the conversation. But yeah, that shit got me heated, man. You don't do no shit like that to no children. 30 years old? The brothers around Reddy Ron need to beat that ass, period. They need to put some hands on him. That's what he deserves. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't wish no death or anything like that, but you don't do nothing like that to somebody, man. And then you never know the reaction that people are going to have. He just had a reaction to it. He said, I never felt that before. It was over. It wasn't about the money. It was about them drugs. I've heard of that before. One hit, I'm done. That's why when people make jokes about addicts, they sound real stupid to me because anybody can be an addict. You can take one sip of alcohol and you are alcoholic just like that. You can hit one blunt and you got to have a weed. Everybody's brain chemistry, body chemistry is different. You know what I'm saying? Some people do it one time recreationally, and now they hooked. And now they hooked. And, I don't think that DMX is a weak man because he was drug addicted. I don't think that at all. I think it was one of them things. It just clicked for him. 14 years old. You can see how emotional he was. It brings the emotion out of me. Very emotional because he knows that was pivotal in what happened with his life. The other thing is that was not Rod Digger. I'm not sure who that sister is. I'm sure she's doing her thing. Rod Digger's on another podcast with the brother from Brand Newbie, and I forget the name of their podcast. There's so many great podcasts out there. Everybody's doing great work. Nat Rice, childhood trauma. Yeah. Y'all see this before? Wow, he also seems to have lost a lot of his mental capacity. Sad. Yeah, he been doing drugs since he was 14. He's 50-some years now. He's been doing drugs for 40 years, 30 years, 35 years. 36 years doing drugs. You understand what that? There's no way that the human body isn't taking damage, cumulative damage, and you're doing any kind of drug for 36 years. I don't care what the drug is. And we got a lot of people out there that love that marijuana. I'm pro marijuana. Marijuana should be legal. You should be able to roll your blunt, smoke your blunt as much as you want to. But what I'll say to my marijuana smokers is COPD is a real thing. Be careful with that, fam. Be careful with that. That's all I'm saying. Everything in moderation. Be careful. People swear up and down, it's from the earth. It ain't, man. Anytime you put any kind of smoke in your lungs, you are damaging the cells in your lungs, period. I don't give a damn what it is. If you barbecuing ribs and you put your head over the hood of the barbecue and you just breathing that in, you damaging your lungs, period. I don't care what it is. Be careful to all my family. I need all my listeners to be healthy and happy as much as possible. So just be careful out there. I know hip hop and a lot of these cats have convinced you that there's no side effects to marijuana, but that's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. And again, I had no judgments. Do you? Brent writes, DMX rubbing his nose like he did. It looks like he may be on the nose candy in that interview. He might have been. Darlene writes, I believe you said the rapper was 30. Yeah, I caught that, Darlene. Thank you. Yep. Jerica writes, I understand the complexity of addiction. However, at what point did DMX's substance use become an issue that he needed to address in his adulthood? I mean, I detect no lies. Generally speaking, Jerica, I get you. But there's people out there that's addicted to sugar and can't stop ingesting sugar, let alone crack, let alone cocaine, let alone marijuana, alcohol. It's people out there that are addicted to fast food. So if you can be addicted to that, it's people that can't stop. They got to have it every day. So if you can be addicted to that, then you can definitely get addicted to some of these harder drugs, man. I think it's sad. I think it's really, really sad, man. And for anybody going through drug addiction, you got my sympathy. You got my sympathy. I sympathize with you. I do, because I just believe that that's a real tough thing to deal with. A real tough thing. Alcohol, man, there's people out there that's alcoholic. It's hella hard to get off alcohol. It's hella hard to get off alcohol. Man, you go over to, let me just throw something out there people might know, like a local landmark if you live in Cincinnati. Just say you go to the Clifton area, they got a liquor spot over there called Staggerly's. Man, you go over there and you just sit outside Staggerly's and watch the people walking in and out. Addicts, got to have it. Alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So I just take that. I think it's a real serious thing. I think addiction in general is a very, very serious thing. I think it's some people, Jericho, that get in a situation where they want to stop, and it's like that demon calling them. Can't get through the day. Start the day with it, end the day with it, all through the day they doing it. That's a tough thing. That's a tough thing, man. And I don't have no magic words to say that'll help anybody out there. You got my sympathies. You got my sympathy. I sympathize with DMX. I sympathize with people who are addicted in general. Because I think it's a very, very serious thing. And again, we look down on people that get addicted to crack and heroin, But we don't say nothing about people that's addicted to white sugar. There's people out there addicted to cane sugar. You got to have it. Your body is craving it every single day. There's somebody right now smashing that sugar. You're no different. It's just a different type of drug. It's no different. There's somebody out there right now, might be listening. They drinking. It ain't even 10 a.m. yet. Drinking. They got to get it in. It's Friday, Nate. So I sympathize with that. I really do. There's a lot of people out there that need us. I sympathize with DMX. Let me go on. So when we start today's show, we started talking about 3 OMG stories. Actually, I was prepared for much more than that. And I've kind of weaved in yet another story I had as well. I really have 5 stories for you, but we'll stick with the 3. So 3 OMG stories that you might have missed this week. We talked about Hubert Davis, and he's proud of his white wife. We talked about the officer that has resigned from the Akron Police Department after this body cam footage came out of him trying to basically suffocate this man. So now let's talk about this dude on the left with the North Face sweatshirt on. And I'll just give you a heads up, family. I'm not trying to tell you that, this is like the most serious story or the most important. I keep telling y'all that this show will never just be about hardcore politics, especially on a Friday. We might mix it up a little bit. But I thought this was kind of like interesting, because I have a daughter. And when I see these videos and viral videos and things like that, sometimes, it makes me think like, would I do the same thing in this kind of scenario? Okay. Let me find this video for you. I want to play it for you. So there's a couple things that I don't do. A couple things that I'll never do. So one thing I'll never do because I'm married right now, but let's say I was single and I'm just dating different women. One thing I'm never going to do is to be like all in my feelings trying to figure out like if I'm dating someone, whether they cheating or not. Because I really don't give a damn, quite honestly. I mean, you do what you do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm not going to spend my time thinking about what you doing. And I got way better ways to spend my time than to worry about what another human being doing with their body. Do what you do. Okay. And I'm not one of these people to do the whole pranks. Sometimes you can try to do a prank and you end up pranking yourself. Have you seen these kind of videos before where somebody thinks that somebody is cheating and then like they'll have a girlfriend call and try to prank the dude and set him up and see if he'll take the bait? And I think that's so unfair for a man. I think it's so unfair when women do that kind of, ladies, I got to call you out real quick before the show ends. That is so wrong when I see these videos about women that are curious about whether their boyfriend is going to cheat. Because number one, you can only cheat on somebody when you're married. They might be dishonest. They might be lying to you, but you can only cheat when you're married. Girlfriend, boyfriend, that's play relationship. Okay, that's really an issue of honesty and dishonesty because you ain't took no vows. If you ain't took no vows, you ain't got no damn real commitment. I keep telling that to people. If you ain't took no vows, you ain't got no commitment. Stop playing games with married. Okay, with being married. There's only one way to be married, and that's be married. Oh, that's my girlfriend in 5 years. She's still just your girlfriend, and that's it. She don't owe you shit, and you really don't owe her shit at all, other than the truth. I'm a big believer in the truth. I think that dating or whatever, you should be 100 people about whatever you're going to do. Just put it on the table, let grown folks decide. So in this video, you see this white female, she suspected that her boyfriend was cheating on her. So what did she do? She got one of her girlfriends to kind of set him up. She called him and they set up this time to go to the hotel. And then when he got to the hotel, he had a big surprise. Okay. I want you to check this out. And then as a parent, and in particular as a father, I want you to tell me what you would do in a situation like this. All right, you ready? All right, let's rotate.
I'm going to keep this quick. I caught my ex-boyfriend of about 1.5 years texting his ex-girlfriend behind my back. And I'm one of those people who likes to give the benefit of the doubt. So I did not confront him about this. I don't know what they were saying or what they were talking about. So I just left it be. And then a couple weeks later, I was hanging out with one of my girlfriends and her friend, her name is Haley. That's kind of important to know. And Haley decided that she was going to test his loyalty. So she texted him from her number and he bought it. He along like she was just into him and they wanted to get to know each other. And so he bought it.
Hold on one second, family. Hold on.
To meet each other.
Hold on. One second. Hold on. I want to go back to this. Hold on. Let me try to pull this back up again because I feel like that video is not actually showing. And if we're going to do this, I want you to see the video. That's the whole point of it, all right? So let me go back here. You see.
Long story short, I'm going to keep this quick. I caught my ex-boyfriend.
I still don't feel like, hold on one second again. I still don't feel like that it's actually showing. Hold on. I'm going to have to end it and go back to it. Give me 1 second. I'll play it for you in a second. Give me 1 second, fam. Kind of interesting. And, you know, her father gets involved with all of this nonsense, this he said, she said ish. And then from a father standpoint, I'm asking myself, like, would I do this? You know what I'm saying? And that's the spirit in which I'm approaching this. I'm like, wait a minute, this is what parents do now? You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit shaky on this. I don't really know if I'm going out like this from medium Buddha. You know, she having problems with her boo and all. That seems like a personal issue, but that's just me. All right, let's take it from the top. Let's try it again.
Long story short, I'm going to keep this quick. I caught my ex-boyfriend of about a year and a half texting his ex-girlfriend behind my back. And I'm one of those people who likes to give the benefit of the doubt. So I did not confront him about this. I don't know what they were saying or what they were talking about. So I just left it be. And then a couple weeks later, I was hanging out with one of my girlfriends and her friend, her name is Haley. That's kind of important to know. And Haley decided that she was going to test his loyalty. So she texted him from her number and he bought it. He played along like she was just into him and they wanted to get to know each other. And so he bought it and booked a hotel for them to meet each other. And once he booked the hotel, he goes there, texts her when he gets there. This was a couple weeks after the whole him texting his ex behind my back situation. So then he's expecting Haley to show up at the hotel to meet him. And instead of her showing up, it was my dad and myself. So we called.
All right, let me stop right there. She wrong, and wrong. She is dead wrong to do this. I would say the same thing about a man. If you got to get to the point where you setting somebody up and you doing cheater sting operations with Peter guns and all this shit, just walk away. Who's got time for this? Don't you got a job? Man, shit, there's a bunch of things on Netflix. If I got an extra hour or two, I'll catch up on my Netflix rather than trying to do a sting operation because I think somebody's doing something. If I think you're doing something and I feel like to the point where I feel like I'm going to do all this, then I'm going to walk away. That's it. Or I'm going to deal with it. But all this extravagant, and then she got her father involved. And as a father, I love my daughter. I just don't see myself doing this. You tell me what you think.
Called him out. Everyone expected there to be violence and for us to get physical, but that is not at all what happened. We taught him a lesson verbally. That's all we really wanted to do. We weren't there to hurt anybody. We just wanted to get our point across that you don't mess with anybody and you don't cheat on anybody. It's not worth it.
Hold on. I'll say it. It's not cheating if you're not married. You're not married. That's the reason why he was cheating on you. Because your brain is not where it needs to be. He was trying to find a woman with more sense. He was a man being a man. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? She averages best. Let's keep it real. She averaged at best in my Kevin Samuels. In my Kevin Samuels best, she averaged at best, boo. All this stuff about you ain't cheat. Y'all girlfriend, boyfriend. Y'all ain't got no marriage certificate. Y'all ain't go before God and take no vows. Y'all just kicking it. This is like an extended kicking it session. Take it from the top. Say it with me, family. You're not married until you're married. And I mean married. Everything up until that, and in some cases, including engagements, is just, I like you. That's it. There's nothing more than that. I ain't doing none of this shit, but I guess this is what women do. Women, y'all think this is funny? Like this is a cool thing to do? To me, this is the reason why he was cheating on her. This dumb-ish. Check this out.
Hey.
What's up, motherfucker?
I'm Haley.
I'm Jade. Also your ex-girlfriend.
Got a few things to say to you right now.
All right, big mistake. Big mistake. Number one, I don't know where you live at, but don't you always look through the peephole before you open the door, bruh? Just basic. Look through the peephole. That's why they designed them. So you can see who's on the other side before you open the door. You would have saw her father standing out there. Memo to Medium Buddha. I ain't never doing no shit like this. Like, Dad, you can go to the hotel with me. We're going to set up my boyfriend because I think he's cheating and he might get violent. No.
Okay. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
You don't go back to that house. Ever.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
All right.
Unless you have an appointment.
Okay.
And you better have a fucking appointment.
All right. Okay.
Understood?
I understand.
Tonight you'll be jerking off, just so you know.
Did he hit him?
There is no Haley.
Haley's
And
my
by
friend.
the way, Haley is her friend. You fucked up, dickhead. Have a nice night.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
You don't go back to that house. Ever.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
All right.
Unless you have an appointment.
Okay.
And you better have a fucking appointment.
All right. Okay.
Understood?
I understand.
Tonight you'll be jerking off, just so you know. There is no Haley.
Haley's
And
my
by
friend.
the way, Haley is her friend. You fucked up, dickhead. Have a nice night.
You know what's funny is they really think they did something. Yeah, slapped his little hat. He would he was subject to get a 2-piece right there, a 16-piece. What kind of father is even playing into this kind of ish? Any fathers out there? Is this what you're doing? My daughter would never ask me to do no shit like that. She already know. If you feel that strongly, you think your boyfriend cheating, then it's over. We ain't doing it. What am I, Cheaters? By the way, Cheaters is back now with Peter Guns, one of my favorite shows. The show was hilarious. I see why he was cheating on her, because she fucking dumb as hell. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. This is what you're doing? Yeah, you call him and you see if he's going to go for it. Now, I mean, should he have done it? I mean, listen, I would say that you should be upfront with whoever you're dealing with. That would be my motto. Just be 100. Just be 100. But what father is partaking in something like this? You're going to go to the hotel, you physically confront this dude, he a dickhead and all this other kind of stuff, because he was trying to hook up with a woman. Sounds like y'all personal business. I don't get it. I don't understand it. They walked away like they was triumphant, like they got a medal or something. Like, we showed him. I bet he's never going to do that again. No, he'll do it again. Now, the most G thing he could have done was just to shut the door on their face. As soon as he opened the door and saw him, he should have just shut the door. And because as soon as he saw them, he knew what it was. Just shut the memo to men. If you're having that situation, 2 things you got to do if you decide to go that route. Because I would recommend you just be 100 with your lady. Just tell her what you're going to do and deal with whatever that means. Just tell her. If she go for it, she go for it. She don't, she don't. But if you got to go that route, here's how you handle that. Because dude, he fucked up on 2 levels. Number 1, you always, when you're doing some scandalous shit in a hotel, you always look through the peephole before you open the door, dummy. You big dummy. That's number 1. Because if you look through the peephole, you like, ooh, oh shit. You just act like you're not there. Right? We know you in there, Nate. Come out. That's what you do. And see, that way, it's over with. They got no evidence. That's number 1. If you ever, for the men out there, I ain't trying to help you ladies because y'all secretive and scandalous enough. What I'm telling you is what you would do naturally anyway, if that was you. Because, men get real reckless and careless with their shit. But to my brothers out there, the men out there, no matter what your race is, to men out there, if you're gonna go that route, I don't recommend you do, but if you go that route, when you walk to the door, you look through the peephole. That's what you do. Then number 2, you open the door. Let's say you don't look through the peephole, which is a rookie mistake. The next thing that you do is you shut the damn door. So you open the door and they like, got you, dickhead. And you just shut the door and you lock it and you go back inside. You ain't got to hear all that nonsense. You know what it is. You know that you got caught now. You ain't got to stand there for all of that. I ain't doing none of that. If I was in that situation, I'm just telling you what I would do. Number 1, I'm looking through the peephole first because I'm on some scandalous shit. And then number 2, I'm just going to shut the door. Man, we can talk later. Right now, I'll just pay for this hotel. I'm going to give me some room service and kick back and just think about, what's going to happen next. You ain't got to sit there and take that nonsense. Just shut the door. He was shook, though. Yeah. Uh-huh. Dumb. And then the father, what kind of father partakes in something like that? Hey, Dad, I need your help. Okay, what is it, baby? I think my boyfriend is cheating. I need you to go with me to the hotel. We're going to confront him. No good. No bueno. You on your own, sis. Sorry, babe. Sound like some grown folk shit to me. Simple as that. And it's just some things you shouldn't do. It's just some things you shouldn't do. You should be... 9 times out of 10, when you go searching for something, you're going to find it. Pardon me. So if you're not ready to find it, don't go looking for it. Simple as that. Again, I guess people got more time for this shit. I guess, everybody's got different things they got going on. But literally, I really think to myself, who really has time to be on some Sherlock Holmes type shit? Because you think a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and I know feelings can be involved in things like that. And I'm not telling you I haven't got caught in my feelings back in the day. I shared with you, some of the stuff that happened to me and how I dealt with it. And I'm looking at it through the lens of being an older man now, which is much more mature and wise and all that kind of shit, wisdom and all that kind of shit. But come on, yo. Be better. Kamara writes, addiction is addiction. It is. It is. That's the point I was trying to make, Kamara. I got nothing but empathy for people that are dealing with addiction, man, because I know it ain't something they really want to be dealing with, especially as they start to circle the drain. You've seen that with people before. They don't really want to be doing this, but they addicted. And it obviously takes a lot of strength to deal with something like that. So that's why when people get clean, I give them a clean slate. I know a lot of people, you got Michelle Dillingham, she's been open up about her drug addiction. I know some people, and again, everybody can have their own opinion. But for me, I think it takes a certain amount of strength to beat an addiction like that. I think she had a heroin addiction too. That's hella strong. And stay clean. Yeah, I think people underestimate just how difficult that is and what kind of strength you got to muster up. You know what I'm saying? You got people out there criticizing Michelle Dillingham and she's beat her addiction while they're addicted to things right now. I don't get it. I believe in that. You go to prison, you come out, you got a clean slate. You had an addiction, you clean yourself up. I give you a clean slate until other things happen. Simple as that. Terrence writes, generally speaking, cocaine responds to the same receptors in your brain as sugar. Is that right? Good morning to you, brother. Lemmy writes, addiction comes in many forms. Kiki writes, there are a lot of addictions. Some may seem small, but if you cannot stop, you are addicted. Absolutely. Darlene writes, cigarettes too. Yep. Nicotine. It's people that have been smoking cigarettes their whole lives. Can't stop. Gotta have that nicotine. David writes, most people have some form of addiction. It's just not destructive. Yeah, I think having an addictive personality is a norm for a lot of people. It's just all about how you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? How you deal with it. Some people are addicted to working out. Some people are addicted to, money or whatever. It's a lot of things. Staggerly's is packed in the morning and that UDF on burn it. Yep. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. And, I don't look down on anybody. I do have a lot of empathy and sympathy for folks, though. Like, damn, I can see what this substance is doing to people, but it's a difficult world out there. Janice writes, I'm happy that I have never had the need or the desire to drink liquor or to smoke cigarettes or any other opiate. because I have always known the nervous system has a mind of its own. Kiki writes that people are addicted to food, overeating. Right. People are addicted to overeating, that feeling that you get when your belly is like super, super full. There's some people who feel like they're still hungry until they feel that. Super bad for your body. Super bad for your body. Hey, Amina. Amina's in the house. She writes, sugar addiction is real. I have a problem with it. Okay, she being real with it. Hey, Sister V, always good to see you. She writes, sugar documentary called Fed Up, an eye-opener. Oh, really? Is that on Netflix? I'll say one thing to your family, and I'll just leave it like that, is that if you're trying to get your diet in right and maybe you're having some issues, maybe you're pre-diabetic and things like that, the number one thing that you should do is to remove cane sugar, white sugar from your diet immediately. Remove it completely in all its forms. When you're reading labels, that's part of what you should be looking at is the sugar content. You don't need it. That's the other thing. If you're the kind of person that got to have your coffee, get yourself some monk fruit. Far better for you. You're not going to have all the negative and disastrous consequences to your body. It's called monk fruit, M-O-N-K. I share that with you because I want you to be healthy. Brent writes, Nate, I hear you that people are addicted to sugar, but there has never been a story of someone breaking into a home to steal a television to support his sugar addiction. Not that I know of. You're correct. I detect no lies. Tiff writes, she's identifying with Amina. I do as well. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, people can see the video. For whatever reason, it was on my side. I couldn't see it. Drop writes, catfish, respectfully cheating. Y'all ain't gonna let that go, huh? Yes, that sister. We talked about that. When was it? Monday or last Friday? Yes, if you're gonna cheat, do it with some respect. That means wear condoms. Don't bring no babies home. Simple as that. Sheila writes, just walk away. It's obvious there's no trust. Tiff writes, she's talking too much. Just get to the video. Rachel writes, she's doing too much. Right. Kamara writes, this is child's play. Right. I mean, who's got time for this? Like, be honest with you. You ever did something like this before? Maybe you was younger. Maybe you are younger now. Maybe you in your 20s or something like that. Or I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, I definitely did no shit like this. Nah, I just can't see it under no circumstances. I feel like you're giving it too much energy, right? It's just some things you shouldn't give no energy to. Just live your life. What is. Live your life. LOL, maybe this is her due diligence, but that's just a phrase people tossing around now. Not everyone has relationship knowledge. Nate, I don't classify all women with this behavior. Correct. Brent writes, maybe he just don't want you anymore. Just keep it moving. Right. Trace writes, maybe it was staged like all the bullshit on social media. Could be. People saying the video's not showing. Yeah, I thought it wasn't. I had to replay it for you to make sure you got it. Brent writes, her father told him. And I'm a father, right? I have a daughter. Beautiful daughter. And I just can't see it. But see, what I'm telling you, I've already told her. I'm going to tell her when we go through all this stuff with dating and boys and men, I'm sure she's going to go through all of it and she's going to get a dude. He's going to be cheating. I'm just going to tell her from the start what to expect and how she should deal with it. Now, how she deals with it is on her. Renee writes, he was probably living with her and she's taking care of him. Damn. I hope not. Well, the daughter did what she did and said what she said because she learned this all from her father. Facts. I picked up on that too, right? She better not bring this up on his first date. Nobody will come back for a second, LOL. The dad and the daughter walked out there thinking they just read or checked a motherfucker. Dude closed the door and called someone else. Right. Man, they haven't accomplished anything. He don't care about that. He might have been shook in a moment because he didn't know what dad was going to do. You could tell he was a little shook, right? He don't care. And she'll get with another dude and have to deal with the same thing. It's hard to get a dude in his 20s or 30s. It's hard to get a man it's impossible to get a man that don't want to be faithful, a person that don't want to be faithful, make them faithful. You talk about an uphill battle, man. I can't think of anything that's more impossible. You don't got no control over that. Let me take it from the top, from the people in the back, so you understand how you should take this. You can't stop somebody from cheating on you, and you shouldn't even put no energy into it. Let them do what they're going to do. And when they do it, that's not a reflection on you. It's a reflection on them. It's a reflection on them, not you. Okay? Beyonce got cheated on. Halle Berry got cheated on. The Kardashians get cheated on. Anybody can get cheated on, because it don't matter how beautiful you are. It don't matter how much money you got. None of that shit matters. If you dealing with an individual, male or female, and that's what's inside of them, then that's what they're going to do. And ain't nothing you can do about it. You would drive yourself crazy trying to change something that you can't change. Okay? I just want to put it like that. All right, before we roll out, one last call here this morning. Let's go straight to the phones and say good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, dear brother. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good morning, Sister Iris. What's going on?
I just wanted to inform your toppers, listeners, wherever they are, whatever format, today on Freedom Friday, Policing in the Pandemic, we will again be talking with Executive Director Gabe Davis of the Citizens Complaint Authority. And Nathan, the reason why I consistently speak with him, because they are the entity that make recommendations to the city and the police on policy, in addition to the things that we come up with. They're the ones that are supposed to look across the country, look at policies, look at law, and then make the recommendations to the city and the police. And then they are supposed to take those recommendations and apply them appropriately. Today, on Freedom Friday, Policing in the Pandemic, 4 p.m., you know how we do it. We've been doing this since the pandemic so that the Black community can stay in touch and in contact with what's happening as it relates to the police and policing in the city of Cincinnati. We have not stopped, y'all. It's been 20 years, but we still working. And the reason that this call is so important today is because we will be going over the cases that CCA reviewed on Monday. We didn't get a chance. Typically, we try to talk with Gabe Davis before the board hearing, but we didn't get a chance to do that because of Good Friday. So we're reviewing these cases. They are mental health cases, and these are the cases from the latter part of 2018 that had not been reviewed that are police-involved shootings. These are critical cases that we all need to follow because of the recommendations that the CCA is asking that CPD in the city take a look at, and to form a mental health problem-solving team to help police understand, when people are in distress mentally. What can we do? Doing nothing or doing the same is just not an option. So I'm encouraging people who want to follow the work of part of what we're doing around the collaborative, because this is just part of it, and the refresh, to join us today at 4 p.m. We also will be joined by the new investigators. So this is the first time that we've been able to bring the investigators outside of CCA to have a conversation with them. The last three that were hired, 2 are African American, 1 is Hispanic. So we want to know who they are, what their thoughts are, and how they see themselves working inside a citizen-led oversight entity. So if you're interested, you want to hear, you can always listen through my Facebook page, CEAI's Facebook page, OJPC's Facebook page, Leaders of the Free World, or you can email us to get the Zoom link and to get educated, ask questions, do whatever you feel that you need to do to keep up with what's happening in the city of Cincinnati. And I just wanted to get that out and to thank the Choppers for the love, for the work over the 20 years. Iris Rowley certainly has not done it by herself. Y'all know there were a whole lot of people that had a hand in what we did. I wouldn't change not one damn thing of it, not even the sacrifice. And I know you wasn't stepping on my sacrifice, but I typically have to tell communities that don't step on our sacrifice. I too lost someone at the hands of the police in the middle of reforming police. We lost houses and spouses and jobs, and some people even lost their damn minds trying to fight for equity, transparency, and tangibles for Black people. So, when you do that, when you come at us all crazy and you're talking all out, out the side of your mouth, and you don't know what that looks like, to be on the job and have to be white. Sister V can talk to you about it, and certainly Mr. Rowley can talk to you about it. I remember the day he got fired from his job because of the work, because we had the baddest signs in the protests. When you see those red, black, and green ones, that's what Jesse Rowley did. So, the sacrifice that Reverend Lynch went through with church members, with family, children, we all had to leave our families to stay on the front line. It's not an easy job, but it is for the good of our people. And we did it with the love and self-determination. And our ancestors told us to get up off our asses and do something. And that's what we were doing. And when you read that boycott document, when you look at the things that we were talking about, housing, education, health, public safety, all of these things that still plague us to this day, we were just standing on the shoulders of the shoulders of the shoulders of the shoulders of those ancestors that fought before us. And so we're not anything special. We just did what we had to do. We're still out here doing what we have to do. And we're just asking folks to get in where we fit in. So today at 4 p.m., if you're interested, please join us, be a part of what we're trying to continue and exacerbate for the greatness and for the welfare and the well-being of Black people in the city of Cincinnati. Today at 4.
All right. Thank you for the
I
update.
appreciate you, dear
I'll
brother.
definitely be.
Thank you.
I'll definitely be sharing. I definitely will.
Thank
and
you
be
so
paying
much.
attention.
Thank you so much.
Yep, that's Sister
Thank you.
Iris Rowley. She talked a little bit about that sacrifice. Yeah, no ways am I trying to step on it. I just want to acknowledge it because I think it's part of the conversation I don't hear enough about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't easy. What they was doing, that wasn't. It ain't easy now, but they went through some shit. A lot of them individuals went through some shit to try to stand up for the community, for our community over the years. And that's interesting. She got Gabe Davis on Friday. I'm scheduled to speak with Gabe Davis on Monday. So I will definitely be paying attention and then, following up on their conversation. See how media works? So when I can piggyback off of and maybe fill in some of the gaps or whatever comes up today, and we'll talk with Gabe on Monday. So I'll definitely be paying attention. I'll be sharing it on Facebook as well. So a couple of interviews on Monday. We got the Hamilton County Treasurer, Charlie Wimber, is going to stop in and talk about his plan. He's going to reveal his plan with us first on Monday for the community. And I think that's something that everybody should pay attention to. And then we're also going to speak with Gabe Davis as well, who's the CCA director. And it's been a minute. Last time I talked with Gabe was back when he was running for prosecutor, I think it was. And maybe even before that. Yeah, back when he was running for prosecutor. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I like Gabe. He's just one of them people when you meet, he just got like a good feel about him. So it'll be interesting to catch up with him and get a sense of what's happening and then piggyback off of what Iris and her team are doing today at 4 p.m. So make sure you check them out. Hella important. All right. So have an excellent rest of your day, family. Again, I know this doesn't make you happy. I know you enjoy her podcast. The Is It Just Me podcast will not stream live today. Donnie's busy. She's busy. She needs some time. And, as a creative, I'm talent. As a talent, I understand. I tell everybody, I want you at your best. I want you to do it when you're at your best. No need to be stressed out. And she'll be back and better than ever with you next Friday. And she's already been working on the show. So you're definitely going to want to break it down. She's been breaking down the Derek Chauvin case in a way that only she can. And I know you really enjoy it. So you can check it out next Friday. So no live stream of the Is It Just Me podcast today. Now, over the weekend, you got the Dope Chicks Collective on Sunday. You got Melanin Insights podcast on Sunday as well. So check us out. Check out what we're doing. Check out these new voices and what they have to share. And we'll talk real soon. Listen, if you like what we're doing here, perhaps you want to make a donation for the show as we build it out. You can find us on Cashapp at the Nathan Ivey Show, also on PayPal, Nathan Ivey Show. My website is nathaniveyshow.com, and there's links to everything and everywhere I am there. Also, in today's description, there's a link. There's my link tree is there as well, and that'll link you to everything and everywhere. CDM, my website. That's a great way to go everywhere we are. Patreon, if you're looking for ways to support. And again, I appreciate you in advance. Let me say it for you one last time, that today is the last day to get scheduled for 30 minutes of free professional coaching. This is a rare opportunity for you. Today is the last day to get signed up. So if you're interested, please take advantage of that, family. And you can also download the free ebook. Now, that's going to be available to you even beyond today, next week. Whenever you want to download that book, It is available for you. The link is in the description this morning. Or you can go to renewcommunitychurch.org. All right. Have an excellent rest of your Friday, family. Have a great weekend. I brought to you this morning 3 OMG moments that you might have missed from this week. Plus, you mixed in some other flows as well. I know we didn't hit everything, but have a great weekend. Hopefully you get recharged. We'll talk real soon. Remember our motto, family. Remember our motto. Say it with me. Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. So stay focused and stay winning, and we'll talk real soon. I'm Nathan Ivy, and I'm out.